Hello, Philadelphia! I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gorgano Show!
Good morning! Here we are. We're actually not in North Philly right now. We're there. We're right at the beach. Happy Memorial Day weekend, everybody. Oh my, it's here. The kickoff to summer. Happy summer 2024 is upon us. This is the Anthony Gorgano Show, presented by Rite Aid, your neighborhood pharmacy. Visit your local Rite Aid today. Stock up on allergy relief. Catch up on immunizations for RSV, shingles, and more. Walk in and schedule a vaccine appointment at riteaid.com. Good morning. Yes, we're all excited here at PHLY because it's Memorial Day weekend. And we finally reached, this is the kickoff to summer. It's always been the kickoff to summer. As long as I remember growing up, man, couldn't wait for Memorial Day weekend. And weather-wise, it's going to be beautiful. Look, there's already people on the beach. It's incredible. It's going to be a nice weekend. Hopefully everybody has a lot of fun, safe. And this is our annual shore show. I've been doing shore shows, 25 years maybe, or at least 20 years. We've been doing the annual shore show where we have a big kickoff and a lot of fun for summer. So there's a lot of shore themes, a lot of, what's the best shore town? What's the best shore treat? What's the best beaches and activities? And we'll get into all of that stuff today as we have some fun. Joining us today, my man Pete the Crab, Pete Cherokee from Chickies and Pete's, who is paying the tolls on the Atlantic City Expressway. So we're going to have some fun today with the Crab. We always do this every year. The big brain, David Boreanaz, the great actor from Philadelphia, amazing Philadelphia sports fan. David will join us today at 10 o'clock to talk sports, to talk about wrapping his show, SEAL Team, 7th season. So we'll get into all that stuff, TV Todd, the clubhouse, a very, very busy day. But one of my favorite activities, and this is a rite of passage in Philadelphia, one of the favorite things that we love to do is either go from the beach back to the joint to watch the Phillies, right? Or maybe listen to the game on the blanket, right? Watch the game, a little happy hour bar. Like, the shore and the Phillies are always in one. And I used to always remember this, right? You can always tell what's hot in Philadelphia sports-wise by the Wildwood Boardwalk and Ocean City Boardwalk, right? Like, what are people wearing? So you know that they're going to be all Phillied up this summer, all kinds of Phillies gear on the boards, right? It's going to be there. Oh, you're going to see it. There's going to be jerseys and all kinds of T-shirts, and tank tops, and you name it. It's going to be an incredible, incredible summer across Philadelphia. So here they are. They win again. Let's go through the numbers as we do daily. They don't lose. The Phillies don't lose. Yesterday, it was just easy, right? Like you didn't even sweat it. It's Wheeler, so it's definitely win day for Wheeler. And, Castellanos goes yard, JT goes yard, and it's a bing, bam, boom. Victory. 37-14, easily the best record in baseball. How about this? They are 29-6 over the last 35 games. 29-6. It ties the greatest span in franchise history. We're talking about an ancient franchise, right? Long-standing franchise known for losing, lest we forget the first to 10,000 losses. Not this Phillies team. 29-6, 35-game span. That's unprecedented. I mean, just incredible. They were 7-1 on the homestand. They are, you ready for this? This is an eye popper. 17-3 in May. Are you kidding me? 17-3 in May? They're 15-3 without Trey Turner. I'll never forget when Trey Turner gets hurt. Oh, we were all like, oh, no, right? Well, you got to just tread water till, while Trey's out. Meanwhile, 15-3 without Trey Turner. Wheeler yesterday, he's normal. Zach, right? Normal Wheeler. 7 strong for Wheels Up. This is an amazing stat. The Phillies starters have gone at least 7 innings in 18 starts this season. And again, we're Friday, Memorial Day weekend, and they've already gone 18 times, 7 innings. What? Are you kidding me? These numbers, one after another, are truly amazing. They're just racking up these notes, these notables, these VG's nugs. They're just incredible, one after the other, and it just gets you excited. They're incredible. They're off to shame. Like, I wish they were home, right, during Memorial Day weekend. They're in Colorado for 3 this weekend, and then they go to San Francisco. So we'll have a Memorial Day weekend of Rockies and Giants. And let's go. Let's keep it rolling, man. Like, I want the record. We talked about it yesterday. 116. Let's go for it. Let's do it. 116. This is a blast. I mean, an absolute blast. That is Poppin Off. Brought to you by Olipop. Hey, this weekend, all right, stop at Wawa. I know you're going to stop at Wawa a million times, because I will. And get your favorite Olipop flavor at Wawa. Little trick is it's good for you, right? It's the soda that it's actually tasty. It's soda, so it's eminently tasty, right? Like, you love it. But it's good for you. Supports gut health, and it makes a great mixer, all right? That's one thing that is really good. This is a great time of the year, man. This is a lot of fun, especially you have a good baseball team, and we kick off the Shore. Good morning, JP.
Buenos dias, cuz.
You look great.
Look at me, my hat's fitting.
Look at the studio, right? So I'm in Wildwood, and JP's in North Philly.
with my mind in Wildwood, cuz.
Yes. And we are next to each other. So.
That's right. Right.
Like our green screen.
I love it.
VG brought in.
VG.
And
came in clutch here today. Jules and Andrew.
Jules and Andrew, they did it unbelievable.
It's hilarious.
I mean, I love it. I was like, this is great. It's so, and it's catchy because, oh, look, you're in Wildwood. It's great because you can see this green screen droop and do the thing. Like, it's awesome. It's just so great. I love it. We're in the spirit.
We are.
You're in the spirit. I love your outfit.
Listen, you gave instructions. I follow, and we're ready for the Shore.
No, you got the Shady Rays.
Yeah,
you got the bucket.
Shady Rays.
You got the bucket hat, and you got the beach attire.
I'm ready.
I love it. Unfortunately, like, this is what I wear to the beach, right? Like, I got my shorts and my flip flops, and and I wear a t-shirt. Now, I was gonna wear the tank top, right? But that would be That would be too scary.
Save the gun show for Wild Wings.
It's not the gun. Yeah, it's not about the gun show. I don't want to frighten people. So, listen, this is a momentous weekend every year. Like, so tell me about, like, we used to like count down from Memorial Day weekend. Memorial Day weekend coming is like summertime. Kids are starting to get out of school.
Oh, for sure.
Right? The minors still got a couple of weeks left, but like school's starting to let out. It's, hey, let's start going. The weather's getting hot.
For sure.
And it's, it's beach time.
Oh, yeah, cuz. No, I mean, like, growing up, obviously, like, as a kid, you're just excited that there's no school. You have, like, nothing to do. You can hang out with friends, play video games, whatever it may be. I was more of an Ocean City day guy growing up. My parents loved going down for like, the daytime. We just go for a little bit, come back. But now as I'm an adult, luckily my fiance, her parents live down in Brigantine full time. So as soon as we're done, we got the make sure you guys tune in PHLY Flyers at 1 o'clock. I will be there. But after that.
Oh, so you're heading down tonight?
Oh yeah, heading right down. Already texted in the group chat. Me and my fiance have a good group of friends. They're going to meet us down at her parents' house, and we're excited.
Where's her parents at?
In Brigantine, south side of Brigantine.
Ah, look at this, Brigantine. To my man Tooch.
Yeah, awesome.
Everybody's in Brigantine.
It's no longer a secret anymore. Everyone knows about it. Everyone knows about the jet.
It's amazing, Brigantine, like how it just blew up.
Yeah,
it's a great island, man. It really is
awesome. We just need some better food.
My man Vince from the True Fan Travel is a Brigantiner.
Oh, I didn't even know
right?
that.
I talked about Tooch. Bob means business. Bob means jobs. My man Bob Marino has a place in Brigantine. They all got Brigantine. Brigantine's a great spot.
It's just chill, cuz. And then, like, if you do want like that nightlife, like AC's right over the bridge, you just took an Uber ride or cab ride over. So it gives you everything. I just wish we had some more food. Now we got La Scala's, which as our friends
on the
here
beach.
At PHLY.
Yeah.
Great addition to Brigantine. Great food, great drinks. The summer setup.
Were you always a Brigantine guy?
No.
Okay.
Ocean City, always day trips, Ocean City. There was a portion like in my early 20s where I did, because I now I could drive. So I would go to like the Central Jersey beaches. I would go to like Point Pleasant. I love Asbury Park. That's like one of my favorite beaches.
Really?
Love Asbury Park.
Never liked.
It's changed a lot. It's had a lot of fluctuation over the decades.
Like anywhere north of Brigantine.
I get that.
I did not like. I felt it was too New York infiltrated.
I get that.
Like the seaside heights, right? Like all that stuff. I never dug that stuff. We were always, now I was a Wildwood kid. So we were like, that was our vacation. Every year, we would do Wildwood 2 weeks of the year. Like the first 2 weeks of August or the last week of July, first week of August, we always went to Wildwood. We would stay at the Sun Deck Motel. And it was a block right from the convention center. So the convention center in Wildwood, there's a ball field. And there's a ball field, there's basketball courts. And there was, I'll never forget, there was the A&A was right across the street and from the boardwalk.
Okay.
And there was the bar. It was a bar called the Barefoot Bar, which was awesome. Then next was our hotel, the Sun Deck.
Okay.
And then there was another one, the Oceanic, I think, or whatever. And there was a liquor store behind. There was a liquor store and a bar called the Old Philadelphia.
Wow.
My grandmother would hang in the Old Philadelphia, and we would play half ball. There was a great like parking lot. And we would play half ball in the parking lot. We always would play the ball field. It's nuts. Like I remember, like we love the beach and all, but we used to play a lot of like sports. Like we would play baseball. Yeah, like there was basketball.
I do that now.
Yeah,
I play football on the beach.
Yeah,
baseball. Throw the glove around with the baseball.
It was funny the memories that come up. Like there was like they had the pool, but it was like there was a million people in this pool.
Yeah.
I used to hate going in there, right? Because there's a million people. So we would play a lot of half ball in the back. And I'll never forget the bar was like right around the caddy corner. So you could smell that stale beer. You could see the air conditioned like dripping and the stale beer smell. I love that smell.
Okay.
That's one of my smells of summer.
At the stale beer.
That's like that bar. Like you would walk in South Philly, right? Like there was a bar called Malone's. It was a great bar, right, on 18th and Rittner.
Mm-hmm.
And if you walk by it, like you're walking to the store, and you walk by it, there was the smell. Like it was just
Smell the Rolling Rocks.
it was it was like a stale beer smell, and it was all over Wildwood, like that because all the bars, like you smell that during the day. For some reason, it was that smell, and I love it because it reminds me of like childhood.
Yeah. I mean, like I told you, like now that I'm an adult, I understand why my parents did it. But like growing up, I used to be jealous of my friends because their parents would get summer homes for the summer or for the month or whatever it may be. I'm going to Columbia and I'm be like, Mom, Dad, can we just go to Wildwood or Ocean City for like 1 month? But now I appreciate it.
Dude, I know, dude, it's funny. Like my kids, same thing. Like, because we do a vacation, we don't have a shore house, right?
Yeah.
So our vacation is Italy.
Yeah.
So we do Italy in vacation.
They're really going to appreciate that as they get older. Because now they understand that culture.
We do a day trip. Like Massimo's got a baseball tournament down at Wildwood.
Oh,
actually, I can't wait for that.
That's clutch.
Yeah.
You get to watch Massimo play and then go
and they do it. And it's a fun thing because the way the Wildwood tournament is, it's on the beach.
Wow.
So they build the field on the beach.
Cause that's dope.
So there's like 4, that beach.
I did not know this.
You could put Lincoln Financial Field on that
big beach.
Yeah, that's the Sahara. It's like the desert.
Well, I never told you my idea.
What's your idea?
My stadium series idea that I want to pitch the NHL. I always wanted to do a stadium series on the AC beach with the Devils and the Flyers.
That'd be awesome.
Like just build a rink out there.
Yeah, I don't know. Isn't there something about the temperature though?
I mean, we did stadium series out in California. It's just like, that's a little warmer. Or,
Yeah,
like
I mean, obviously. I
was
don't know
always
if the
my
ice
idea.
was pretty choppy, though. Wasn't it like kind of...
I don't think it was the best product.
Yeah.
I think that's why I probably steered away from it. But I mean, AC gets pretty cold in the middle of the winter.
No, it would be awesome.
I mean, that is my idea. That's always been my idea, having
I think it would be cool.
out there.
Listen, I think that would be fantastic.
Sure.
You put in Wildwood right by the convention center.
Yeah, exactly. Why would be awesome?
But no, because that beach is... I remember walking as a kid, and you're just trudging. And like, you got the chair.
Yeah.
Right, the blankets. Right? You're carrying everything.
You guys weren't cart people?
Right.
You have like a little cart on the beach?
No.
Everything by hand?
Everybody was carrying, like, carry this. And like my father would be like, listen, you're a boy. You got to carry all that stuff, right? He used to, I tell the story all the time. He would do he had this army blanket because he was in the service. And he was this huge green army blanket, which, by the way, in the wintertime, it kept you warm.
Yeah.
But in the summertime, on the beach, the thing was itchy as all get out. Like, it was the worst. Like, you're laying there and, like, you're hot, right? You're sweating, and you're on this blanket that's just
it's like 100 degrees.
Yeah. Oh, it's horrible.
Well, now I'm spoiled because we do the drive on the jetty at Brigantine. So we just drive on. The beach is literally like where the water's like where Andrew is, and we're parked right here.
Yeah, the comforts now like are way better.
We're a little spoiled these days.
No, you are. Yeah. Drive right on. My main Tooch has that. He's got the Jeep.
Yeah, he got a Tacoma to drive on.
Yeah, he does that whole thing, and then he's got the whole.
It's changed everything.
The whole wheel, like he's got everything. He brings like a portable bar on the beach.
Do people? Because people bring porta potties out there because like they do the tent and people just pee in a bucket. No, they don't do number 2. Thank God. But they just pee in the bucket and then toss it.
Yeah, I'm out on
You don't do the 2 on the
Not
beach?
I'm out on that. I'm out on that.
I've done it in the water. It's a different story.
Dude, you're banned from speaking until the clubhouse. All right? Banned from speaking until the clubhouse on that one. Oh
man.
My God. All right, we got lots for you today. How about those fights?
Oh my God.
Again,
I'm crying, guys.
that's something that we just love, right? Like Phillies and summer, Phillies and the shore.
Mm-hmm.
Like people are going to be, I can see the bars now packed with people and people watching the game and freaking out, cheering. It'd be amazing.
It's gonna be exciting. Well, because now you know, Brigantine, we get a lot of New Yorkers now, so it's gonna be awesome. Rocking your Phillies gear, because Every time I'm in Brigantine, I see New York plates. I'm like, what are you doing here? This is a little bit too south for you.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, you got to. There's a certain cheese factor with the New York short towns, like those Jersey.
They're everywhere.
They got to stay away from it.
They're everywhere.
You know where what was big in Wildwood? The French Canadians.
Yeah,
The French Canadians were big in Wildwood. Come down from Montreal. There was a lot of French Canadians, so they would come down and they would wear the Speedos.
Oh yeah,
right. You know what I mean? They would wear the Speedo. You're like, dude, you see some big hairy dude, right?
Go in the water,
big, fat dude, right? Hairy guy, and he's got Speedos on. That's their culture.
Hey, where's the bathroom, eh?
Yeah,
and a Speedo.
Yeah. You're like, dude, come on, bro.
Take a dip,
Put a pair of shorts on, would you?
Yeah, Speedo life.
Come on, man. No good. Hey, one couple quick sports nuggets. One, this is a huge, earth-shattering deal that came across in college sports. The NCAA will agree to pay. Now, this is the Power 5 schools are going to pay athletes. That is a game changer. The NCAA finally woke to its senses because it sees the NIL, and the NIL world is crazy, right? So now all of a sudden the Power 5 schools have agreed, because they were getting sued, to pay athletes, which is now going to impact everything. I mean, it's a big deal. It's a monumental deal that came across yesterday, and it's going to really affect the landscape of college sports, certainly, how the pro sports, because, now you're more apt to stay, right? Especially in basketball. If you're getting paid, you're apt to stay. It could really help college basketball, could get guys to stay in. It should make the product better. It'll trickle down, impact youth sports. The whole thing is changing. It's really, really interesting. And look, the old argument, and for years and years and years, like when I was a kid, it was pay college athletes. Why? They're getting an education. And that's just an antiquated way of looking at it. These athletes bring in millions, if not billions of dollars to their conferences, universities, to the sports themselves. It's big, big business, and they deserve to be paid. All right? Those television contracts, which go up exponentially, all right? They were effectively getting free labor. So I don't want to hear about college degree, all right? Because those kids were being prostituted, all right, for their talents, and those universities made buckets of revenue. The conferences, the NCAA, they deserve compensation because the business of sport has blown up. So going to the rules, hey, if it's 1960 or 1970 and, there's no big TV contracts, I get it. You get a college degree. That was worth it, right? Like that was fair compensation. But the minute sport blows up, well, then that ceases. Now they need to pay. And so that's going to be a very interesting thing.
It is going to be interesting. It's going to raise some parity as well. Like I agree, because obviously these kids do deserve a little bit of a cut of the pie there, considering that they're risking. Listen, they're putting their bodies out on the line here, especially when we're talking about the big sports like football and basketball. It's going to be interesting to see some of these big players, like if another Caleb Williams comes in that's in the play here. A lot of teams are going to be popping off on some of those negotiations. You know what else is popping off this weekend, cuz?
Go ahead.
A little Ollie-Pop, ladies and gentlemen. Listen. Cuz already set it up perfectly, right? You're going down the shore, right? It's Memorial Day weekend. You're going to have your drink. You need a mixer. So what better than with Ollie-Pop, ladies and gentlemen? We talk about it all the time. It's our favorite here at the studio. It's the world's first functional soda with a classic soda taste and the benefits of plant-based fiber, prebiotics, and other botanical ingredients that support that gut health. The best part about Ollie-Pop, guys, it's only 2 to 5 grams of sugar with only 9 grams of fiber, and it's available in over 30,000 different retailers, including the most recent launch in Wawa. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. But listen, you don't have to just get it at Wawa. They're also available at Target, Sprouts, Wegmans, ShopRite, and GoPuff. And of course, guys, we have you with the promo code. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. As always, Use that promo code PHLY20. That'll get you 20% off your next Olipop order. This discount only applies to one-time orders and not to subscription orders. Olipop is sold online at drinkolipop.com and on Amazon as well. So this weekend, consider using yourself some of that Olipop. And then, of course, ladies and gentlemen, we were talking about this weekend. Obviously, listen, last minute things always happen down the shore. I don't know about you guys. You forgot your sunblock. You forgot plates for your hoagies on the beach, whatever it may be. And of course, with that, you need Rite Aid, right? You need your local Rite Aid. We have Rite Aid down the shore as well. And of course, Rite Aid right now has us all hooked up with the vaccines, because you guys do need to keep in mind some of those vaccines. Protect yourself and your family by staying up to date on your immunizations. Rite Aid pharmacists are specially trained and certified in immunizers. Unsure what vaccines you may need? Get a personalized recommendations from a Rite Aid pharmacist here today. You have questions about vaccines? Stop in and ask to shop your Rite Aid pharmacist as well. The Rite Aid pharmacist can give you vaccines for COVID-19, shingles, pneumonia, tetanus, whooping cough, chicken pox, and much, much more. So here's what you got to do here now, ladies and gentlemen. If you are in the need for vaccine, check out all the vaccine centers at Rite Aid. Select Rite Aid stores have dedicated pharmacists ready to administer vaccines and to answer all your questions. Have questions on what immunizations you may need? Not sure if you're up to date? Feeling nervous to ask some questions? A Rite Aid pharmacist will take the time to make personalized recommendations based on your health history and discuss any concerns as well. No questions are too small, and just walk in, schedule an appointment Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. through 6 p.m. State age and health restrictions may apply. Ask a Rite Aid pharmacist for details today. So listen, this weekend, you need something? Consider Rite Aid. They're still around here for you guys.
All right. Thank you, brother. All right, this portion of the Anthony Gargano Show brought to you by the Bet Park Sportsbook and Casino, and, of course, the Great Parks Casino in Bensalem. Time now for the big story of the day, which is brought to you by TrueMark Financial Credit Union. The big story today is Memorial Day weekend. You see it, all right? Now, this man, we've been doing this for, 25 years, and we've been kicking off Friday before Memorial Day. He always does this, and I love it. The Atlantic City Expressway, the tolls are on the Crab. Pete Cherokee, owner, Chickies and Pete's, the great Pete the Crab. What's up, Crab?
My man, there's nobody better than you, Gargano. You're the greatest thing they have since sliced bread. There's nobody better than you. You are number one. Number one on the radio, number one on the podcast. What would a podcast be without Anthony Gargano? What's happening, man?
Of course, last night.
Clicking, baby.
Were you there at Memories last night for the Geeters?
Look, I was dancing. Look at that. Look at that step. Look at that step. Yeah, I was there.
Oh, that's fantastic. What the voice of summer, right? Jerry Blavitt,
Yeah.
our dear friend of ours, he was like the voice of summer.
You heard it, you knew it. You smelled it. Was like saltwater taffy and the Geeter's breath. It was on it.
Well, first of all, you look sensational. I love the backdrop.
Don't go too close. What's that?
So what's the weather like? I love you got the U on because of your son.
Yeah. Here we go. I got the U. Gotta be the U. The U. Listen, you're looking over my shoulder. So you see there's a couple dark clouds there, but that's going to burn off. It's going to be a fantastic weekend. The temperature's right, baby. It's warm. I was out a little bit of exercise. It was good. But you can see behind me. Can you see that? It's a little bit.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that cloud.
Oh, that's dreamy.
Oh, man.
That is dreamy. Oh, that
I know.
looks.
You got that screensaver behind you. That's like mid-May or something. That's a beautiful scene. I must have sun of your, you have sun of your weather, baby.
I'm sitting in our studio in North Philly. All right.
I know.
Right. So the green screen behind me, Fugazi, you got the real thing, baby.
Oh, it's great, Beck. It's great. It's great. I can't wait to hit the beach later. But listen, today is a big day. This is a big weekend, as you know, because it's Memorial Day, and we'd like to bring attention to the veterans who passed on, trying to keep us free and the rest of the world free, and for the ultimate sacrifice they serve. So I want to say to everyone, please remember that during the course of the hot dogs and pretzels and beer, you know. But don't forget, when you're coming down the shore, if you're taking a ride and you want to save $4.70, you wait until 4 o'clock. And from 4 to 5, Chickie and Pete's, all my team members will be out there on the Atlantic City Expressway at the Frank S. Farley Toll Plaza, and we will be giving out free crab fries at the rest stop. Free crab fries. There'll be free ice cream. There'll be free everything out there. There's going to be dogs to adopt. It's going to be a great day. They'll have some New Jersey's Transit will be teaching people about water safety, boating safety, and then at 4 o'clock you go through the toll, and it's on us. It's on us, on Chickie and Pete's, to just say, welcome summer, remember your veterans, and let's have a great and safe summer. But we like to do this every year. It's it's my favorite promotion. Because people beep their horns and sling, and I'll be up in a 3-story high cherry picker with a checker flag, wheeling them through there. And I can't wait. It's just such a great promotion. Everybody gets so pumped up for it in the company. It's awesome.
I love that. I mean, I always thought that was the coolest thing, right? Like, what made you think of that, too? Like, because it's such a rite of passage for Philadelphians, right? Like, for us to go down the shore and that we'll remember AC Expressway. What made you think of this?
You know, I think it's the enjoyment that I always got of going to the shore on Memorial Day weekend, how excited I got. How could I express my excitement to more people? And I mean, it's not a ton of money, you know what I mean? It's $4.70 a car. It's $20 for a tractor trailer, though. I got to tell you, I'm not real happy when I see those guys do it. But I see that tractor trailer, I'm like, that's 20, 20, 20, 20. You know, but it's easy to count. It's easy to count to 100, right? So, and I think I express that when people come and watch what's happening there, and they see that they're getting the free the 470. It's a free toll. It's not much. But it's to them, it's like one drop in the bucket of a great weekend. Here, it started out good, and then people come up to me all summer and say, "Oh, I went through 4 times." You know, yeah, that's new. That's a new one. But
I love the sentiment. The sentiment is, hey, we're going to start your weekend off right? Yeah. It's on the crab.
It's on it's on us, and it's on the veterans saying, because if it wasn't for them, the crab wouldn't be the crab.
That's right.
You know, but I think it's so much fun, Anthony, to see these people. You know how like people put their feet out the window when they're driving down the shore? I don't know why they do that, but they have their feet like up on the dash. You know, I don't even know why that is. Anyway.
Like, you don't do that driving on Pashock Avenue, right? But
no, you do driving down the shore. I don't know what that is. If I can tell you, there's about 5% of the people have their feet out the window. I mean, it's not a ton of people. It's a lot. You're like, wow, 1 in 20 cars got their feet out the window. You know, what are they doing? Or a dashboard. But you know what they do is they beep and they scream, "Thank you," and it's such an exciting thing. And then, of course, in Margate, I'll see people all summer go, "Wow, I got it. Thank you so much. I went through the toll at 4 o'clock. I waited." Some people wait. If it's like 3:55, they wait. And then at 4 o'clock, they go through.
You might as well, right? You know?
I want them to do it. I want them to do that, but it's funny. Like, some people come to the Farley Plaza. It's like a half hour early. And you know what they do? They wait there. They get a free crab fries. We have our truck there. They get a water ice, or they get a ice cream, or they buy some plants. And there's all different vendors out there. And then they wait until 4 o'clock, and then they go through.
I love it. I love it. All right, so I have
we
to
loved
give
you doing it when you were there and you did the basketball game with the governor.
Next year, I want to do the show from there. All right, and I want to, and now we can go live at any time. So we'll do it, and I want to do it from. Make sure we're on the air 4 to 5, so that we capture.
Yes.
All right, all that. That'll be a blast. We can do the whole thing.
It will be great. We have a couple radio broadcasts. We love have my friend Gargano out there with his podcast. Because this thing's taking off, baby. Forget about Shady. This is big. This is big. You're in Hollywood, babe. Let me tell you something.
I got to give you the Shore 5. All right, these are 5 questions. and you remember this because I've given you this before. My favorite piece, and nobody more equipped to answer than you. So first, your favorite shore town. I know you love them all, but what's your favorite deep in the Pete's heart?
Wildwood.
Yeah,
Wildwood. Yeah.
that was your.
I mean, I'm not there. It's my favorite because of my memories of being a child and being a young teenager and getting to, it was only 18 drinking back then. So
I could see you at the
speaking of 16, right?
at the Sundance and the Stardust.
Oh yeah, and the Mansion House. Oh yeah,
All right,
the Oasis, the Fairview. Oh, all right, forget it. Let's go next question.
The best thing, worst thing about the shore in general. So, what's your favorite thing about the shore, and then your biggest hassle?
My favorite thing is the beach, and I think it's nothing like it in the world. And the worst thing is thunder, which I just heard.
All right. How about this one? Give me your best shore memory.
My best shore memory would be 1976. Wildwood, New Jersey, Mansion, Brooklyn versus Philadelphia, dance off in the Mansion with Bob Pantano. Or my favorite shore memory is the Geeter. So it's all around the music at memories. Probably the Mansion's one thing. The Geeter at the shore opening weekend, listening to him say, "Give it a wood, give it a wood, give it a wood," and good God, and all those things that he said, all those little cliches. But yeah, I think it's the Geeter.
Well, it was funny, and people would listen to him, and even if you weren't there, it would be like, and there he is, Pete Cherokee, Pete the Crab, like
My man,
Chickies
there's
and
nobody better than
Pete's.
Pete.
Yeah.
Pete, Chickie Pete, big crab balls.
Oh, that's great. All right, give me the best shore treat. So your best shore treat, other than crab fries, because we
Other
know
than
the
crab
crab
fries?
fries we love as a shore treat.
Johnson's popcorn.
Yeah.
Johnson's
Yeah.
popcorn is, and the mixed batch, the half cheddar, half caramel. It's really good.
Yes.
The ice cream, the soft serve. I'm trying to remember the name. There's so
Oh, the
many.
Cole brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. They got. That's my favorite treats. Those two. As you can tell, I have a sweet tooth. But I love going to the greenhouse and hanging. That's a nice treat too.
All right, and then finally, your favorite activity. All right, like when you're down the shore, could be boardwalk, it could be game, ride, amusement, whatever it is. What's your favorite activity?
My favorite, honestly, and my wife would not agree with that, but because it's not her favorite, but enjoying dinner with my wife in one of the many restaurants down here. Preferably Chickie and Pete's, but many restaurants, and with the kids and their friends, and just taking everybody to, after a nice scorched, sun-kissed sunburn, a little bit, you have that little touch that it hurts a little bit, and you go out to dinner, and whatever you put on looks good because you're tan, and you just go sit with your family and your wife and say, "Boy, am I lucky. Boy, am I lucky."
Man, you're so right. Like first you get out of the shower and you go, oh, I feel great. Like, right? Like you got that glow about you and you're
you get
dressed
into
up.
bed for 15 minutes and you're tingling.
Yeah, it's the best. It really is. And then you're right. Like you go to dinner and everybody's there, you're hanging out, and it's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah. The dinner's always fun down the shore. Like you want to eat that seafood combination, something like shory. You hit like if the crab trap or something like that.
Yeah.
And to get a nice meal. Oh baby,
It's
I'll
the
tell you
best.
what, making me hungry.
Yeah, it's the best. And then
But-
last thing, I got to bring this up to you. The Phillies and the shore are a perfect match. And Pete, we got a great team, man. Crab, these Phillies are tremendous.
You know what? You're right. The Phillies are tremendous, and I think they're a well-oiled machine. They are going places, and great. And Trey, he's a great player. He's out right now, and they're still doing great. I mean, you could take somebody out of the equation. Next guy's up. It's great. It's unbelievable. But you bring up the Phillies and you bring up the Shure. I remember nowadays everybody has personal, you know, hearing devices, to listen to their podcasts and their radio. But I remember when everybody had transistor radios, and
blanket.
everybody had a little transistor radio on the beach or a little bigger one before the boombox era, and you would hear the Phillies, and you just say, "What was?" You could be coming out of the water, go, "What was the score? What's the score? Who just scored?" I mean, there was something about that, buying the newspaper on the beach,
Yeah.
and getting the Phillies game on your radio. It's just something about it. Just the echo, the noise of the beach.
Yes. Yes. That and, Eagles preseason, right? Because,
Oh yeah.
you would be all excited for Eagles preseason. And nobody would play, but you didn't care. It's like, before you go out, you got to watch the first quarter, the first half.
Oh yeah, yeah. And they go, "Come on, we have reservations. All right. Let me watch this first." Oh, I don't know if you can hear that through the phone, but that was what they call thunder.
Uh-oh. All
But
right.
don't listen. It's going to go away before everybody comes down. So don't forget to stop at the Free Toll Friday today. It's our pleasure, and don't forget your veterans and what they did for our country and for the world.
Great stuff, brother. Listen, enjoy this weekend. Thanks for the tolls, buddy.
Gargano, you're the greatest.
Pete the Crab, ladies and gentlemen.
My man.
That's it. Fantastic. Always a blast talking to Pete the Crab. And I love what they do with the paying the tolls every year, 4 to 5. It is a rite of passage. All right. Time now for the brain. Brain. That's yeah, I know. By the way, the brain is brought to you by, of course, Parks Casino, the great Parks Casino. Don't forget, all right, because all the stuff that the brain's going to talk about, like tonight, T-Wolves 5-point favorite against Dallas, total 207.5. You could bet more than score. You bet individual player performances, points, rebounds, assists. Don't forget, Fightins, 8:40 start tonight against Colorado. Sanchez on the bump. You could do things like, look, take the Fightins -1.5 and the score over 10.5 runs for the game. $25 on the Fightins on that parlay pays $35.75. Live bet while you watch the game. BetPark's always adding new casino games. You can play live blackjack, live roulette, or Texas Hold'em with a live dealer right on your phone. The only app I use, download the BetParks online casino app right now. Get up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down in the first 24 hours. New users only. Casino bonus must be wagered. Terms and conditions apply. See the website, betparks.com for details. You love to play. You play to win. You bet. BetParks. Got to be 21 in PA, New Jersey, Ohio, Maryland. Gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Time now for the brain. Brain. The brain.
Brain. Red, the brain finder.
Good morning, my friend.
Good morning, brain. How are you? You like my? I'm down the shore now.
I see the background. I'm very jealous. I'm very jealous, man. I love it.
Yeah. Now give them the wide shot. Show them where we really are. Yeah. See, JP is in North Philly and I'm in Wildwood. All right?
I mean, I love it.
Even though we're right next to each other, That's how we do things on PHLY. It's a shame it was a dud last night.
Without the milk.
Yeah,
Without the
Halliburton.
milk.
It's a shame.
Yeah. Look, what are you going to do? It was Boston. They played well. Indiana, I thought they cut it. They thought that the game was going to be done, and then they cut it to like 3 or 4 late in the third or towards the middle of the third before I think Halliburton got hurt. I think it was like 70-66 going by memory, and then the game just got away from them. Then it's interesting. Carlisle literally just threw in the white towel. I don't think I've ever seen a coach do it that, which sort of abruptly. And he didn't play his guys the last 16 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't understand it. Like he gave like he no Siakam. Like
No, anyone, Anthony. I don't know if he was frustrated and he was like saying, "I'm pissed at you guys that I didn't get a better effort tonight. How can you?" I don't know. I don't know because
I agree with you. I thought that was weak.
Yeah, I thought it was weak. Again, like to me, if you're just trying to prove a point, and that point of the game, I don't really see. And this team's is now in the conference finals. I don't think you have to worry about them lack of effort or something like that. Again, like I don't think that was the right move, but it actually did help me because I was able to get a live bet in on Boston, which did cash because of the strategy of Carlisle. I bet Boston live, which ended up winning. But I don't know. Listen, I mean, Boston. Look, Indiana, they lose Halliburton to change the entire complexion of the game. Probably weren't going to win anyway, in fairness to Boston. But now, is he done for the series, Anthony?
I mean,
we heard
they haven't ruled him out, but I don't see how he's not. He had that hammy before.
Yeah.
I don't know how you go.
Yeah, it's like the same thing as OG
yeah.
and Anunoby, right? It's just look, the series is probably now done.
Anyway,
probably a wrap.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
But we will see.
Who you, real quick, and then I got to go to win totals. Who do you like tonight?
I think I got a few things today. I like Seth Lugo and the Kansas City Royals in the 5-inning line. I don't trust the bullpen, Anthony. It's a bullpen game for Sean Armstrong starting for Tampa Bay, so it's a bullpen game for the Rays. Lugo, 7-1, 1.79 ERA. His last two starts, Anthony, is 22 strikeouts, 10 and 12 his last two games. KC 7th in runs scored, Tampa Bay 22nd. You're laying a small price with, in my opinion, a team that's playing quite well. A pitcher who's been right up there as one of the best pitchers in baseball this year. Kansas City's been great all year. Tampa Bay, to me, I faded them before the year big as one of my big over-under bets that are under. I like Kansas City here. I think it's a very reasonable price. And then another 5-inning game I like, Anthony, is I laid a half run. You could lay, I think it's like minus $1.20 or so. The Astros against the A's. Astros now playing well, Anthony, scoring a lot of runs. Verlander, solid, not the elite pitcher he was, but against Ross Stripling, who's good, 69 innings and 52 hits. I laid a half run because I do think Houston should score runs. I'm not as fearful of a tie where you have to lay about $1.75, $1.80 area. I'd rather lay $1.20 laying a half run because I think Houston will score some runs that game, like them against the like them against the A's. And then Luka Doncic, Anthony, I like him over 8.5 rebounds. Lost the last game.
VG,
Over, yes.
Oh my
God. What's going on with me? God, can't take me anywhere. But Anthony, his last 21 games in the regular season, he won over 20 times out of 21, 20-1. Still 8-5 in the playoffs. I would have made this 9.5, Anthony. So I like over 8.5 rebounds on the Park site right now. Minus $1.25.
I'm going to give you something too. Something I saw.
Okay.
I don't know what his assist numbers are.
8.5. 8.5.
Okay. Take the over, and here's why. They're blitzing Luka and Kyrie. Minnesota's going to change their defense, right? They cannot allow Kyrie and Luka to beat them. So what they're going to do is they're going to start blitzing them. They started in the second half in that game the other night.
Sure.
So they're going to employ that tactic the whole game. That means a lot of dump offs. You saw a lot of the bigs to the rim. He'll get double-digit dimes tonight.
It's interesting. It's minus 127 right now on the Park site. Listen, I definitely lean that way for sure. In my projections, I gave him I think 9.4 or something like that. So I definitely do lean.
Well, I'm just giving you from a strategic standpoint.
From a strategic standpoint, I get it.
They're going to blitz him. They're going to keep double him, and they're going to do late blitzes, which means he's going to kick.
Would you like then Luka's under 29.5 points, or actually 28.5, under 28.5 points?
No, I like the over assists. Because here's the thing, you never know when he just goes off. I'd rather not fade the under, even though I could see him going under. But I love the over assist only because of how the strategy is going to play out. They can't let Kyrie and Luka beat them. There's no way. And they're the ones they're going to sell out against both those guys.
Yeah, no, it's certainly, especially when you lose game one. There's usually adjustments, Anthony, as we know, and what you're saying certainly makes sense for sure.
All right. Let's get to our win totals at bradsbestbets.com, by the way, at Brad's Best Bets on Twitter. You want to hang with him, all right? He wins for you. Let's go. We left off the Raiders, 6.5 win total. NFL, baby.
Yeah, Anthony, this is like kind of a tough one for me. I bet it opened at 7.5, took the under. I think the right number is 6.5. Now, look, they did get Minshew at quarterback, which, let's face it, should be an upgrade over Aiden O'Connell. They obviously have decent receivers with Jacoby Myers and Devontae Adams. They have two good tight ends now, Michael Mayer and the kid from Georgia, Brock Bowers. So they got Christian Wilkins from the Dolphins to go with Max Crosby. So they do have some talent. Their offensive line obviously not good. I thought this number should have been right around 6.5, and that's what it is. What are you thinking?
I don't like it either way. I mean, I think it's a good number. To me,
it's a good number.
It's a pass. I like the next one, the Rams 8.5. The only thing that scares me, I like the over. The only thing that scares me is Stafford's health. But I look at that team and I go, how's that team only 8.5?
Anthony, I agree with you, and you're right, and that's the question, Stafford's health. I always say I love taking teams that are not overly reliant on one player. And obviously you could say, God, like the Chiefs are relying on Mahomes, Bills are relying on Josh Allen. I get it. But to me, another one of these teams that's over relying on one player is the Rams. If he were to be off that team could be 4-13, and that's not exaggeration. But if he's healthy, even without the great Hall of Famer Aaron Donald, could they lose, Anthony? Yeah, I don't know how they don't win double-digit games. I bet over 8.5. I like this. I think they're a very good team.
I agree. Miami 9.5. I lean over on that. Not in love with it, but I would lean over.
Yeah, one of I think my second biggest, or maybe even my biggest, it was my biggest or second biggest bet was Miami under 10.5. Okay, I got 10.5, 9.5. Still definitely lean under. Anthony, I got to be honest with you. Let's look. They had a great year last year, right? Great year. I think they won 11 games. They had a really good year. They struggled like crazy down the stretch, and we saw when they played good teams, they never beat anyone. They beat up on the poor, and they lost to the good teams. Now they're going to have to play the Jets. It's those two being two easy wins. I think they'll probably lose both. You want my honest answer? They got a healthy year out of Tua, which to me is, listen, I hope the guy does stay healthy. I never want root injuries for anyone, but they got fortunate with injuries, and no one was really out last year in terms of most of the regular season. They got hurt toward the playoffs. The last 2 weeks of the year is when Miami got banged up. You saw what happened against Kansas City. Anthony, I don't know. I thought they lost a ton in free agency, a ton. They lost a lot of starters. I don't think this team wins 10 games. I really don't.
Minnesota 6.5. I think that's too low.
Yeah. This is a team, Anthony. Again, I didn't bet it. Only way I can look is the over. I don't know what they're going to do quarterback wise. I don't know who you think it's going to be between JJ and Darnold. But look at the players, like the skill players. We talked about the Bears, right? Last year I thought like they had good skill players. Aaron Jones to me is a really good running back. Justin Jefferson is probably the best receiver in the league. And then Addison was really good for them. Now I don't know if Hawkinson, when he'll be back, he was obviously terrific tight end for them. But look, they have a good coach who gets them to play well. Lean over, but I didn't bet it.
Yeah. New England 5.5.
Yeah, well, it's interesting. I did bet over 4.5. I never would bet over 5.5, but I bet over 4.5 just because, it's usually the worst teams. You still should win 5 games theoretically. It was almost just a bet on, their defense was decent last year. If you remember, the defense actually played quite well. Yeah. And they get Christian Gonzalez back. They're a great first-round pick who got injured during the year. But again, and I will say this, not that Drake May is going to be good, but I don't even know if he's going to start, to be honest. I think it may be Brissett. But the quarterback play they got last year, Anthony, reminds me of what Coach Rule had in all those years when he was in the NFL.
Yeah.
You couldn't win with that quarterback play. Bailey Zapp and Mac Jones were, I think, unarguably the worst 2 quarterbacks in the NFL. Say what you want to say about Jacoby Brissett. He's a professional. Not saying he's good. He's not good. I would never use that word, but I think he's competent. And I think with competency I think this team can win 5 or 6 games maybe. But again, would not bet it at 5.5.
No. Let's skip one because our last one I want to do is the Eagles. We'll circle back when I get back next week and we'll do the rest of them. But let's just do the Eagles going into the weekend. So the Eagles are 10.5, and it's even money. It's plus 100, 10.5. Where do you lean there?
No, it's interesting. I only lean towards the over, but I would rather see, if you like the Eagles over, okay, I'd rather see you probably take over to win the division. I think it was plus, last I saw, maybe it's changed, was like plus 135 to win the division. I'd rather take the plus 135 to win the division. Hear me out why. First of all, they could win it at 10-7. Not impossible. And I don't think Dallas is going to be as good this year. I can more or less throw out the Giants and the Commanders, at least I think I can. And I think that I'd rather take trying to get that extra 35 cents juice that they win the division. Because if they're winning over 10.5, it means they're going to win between 11 and 17.
It's a great strategy for it, because I looked at the 10.5. I was like, oh my God, they're going to win at least 11. Like, I'm looking at 12, right? Yeah. And I'm seeing 10.5. I go, wow. Even if there's this game, there's always a game you lose or whatever. And I'm thinking that's at 11. That's to me 11. But your strategy of winning the division, I agree with. I think it's smart.
You know, Anthony, it's funny, and I'd love to speak to you about it in greater detail. I think last year's Eagles, when they now again, I got hated on, on the Eagles pregame show, and I said when they were 10-1, I remember I go, this team is vastly overrated. They're going to start going downhill dramatically, and they did. And you're a hater. I'm like, no, I'm not a hater of the Eagles at all. But I will say this: the way they did fall, I don't think anyone could have foreseen. And I found it shocking. A team with that talent level, at least on the offensive side of the ball, for sure, went that far down. And I'd love to could it be all coaching? Could it be that simple? Would it be Jalen Hurts was just? I don't understand how a team with that players, with the players they had, were that bad over the last 6 weeks. That Tampa Bay game in the playoffs, Anthony, was probably maybe the worst all-time Eagles playoff game. I don't think that's an exaggeration.
Well, it was worse than when they played in Tampa. Like the first time they went pre-Super Bowl, when they were, that was worse. However, in the grand scheme of things, this one was worse because they were a better team.
Yeah, that's my point.
To make the playoffs 2 years ago, right? Or 3 years ago it would be.
But if you have, Anthony, and again, you have a great pulse. One of the reasons I love talking to Anthony so much, everyone, is the guy has such a great pulse on it through watching the games, through his relationships. He knows, quite frankly, better than 99.9% of the population, the why on a lot of these things. And I'm just curious, because I really don't know the why as much. But if you had to just pinpoint, okay, do you think it was mostly a coaching thing? Do you think it was a confidence thing? Do you think it was Hurts just regressing thing?
I think it was coaching the quarterback. And I think it was Sirianni. I think it was Brian Johnson predominantly. I thought Sirianni should have stepped in and should have taken over the play calling. The play calling was abysmal. Jalen didn't have any answers. Jalen didn't play well either because he's looking at ghosts. He's sprinting out of the pocket too soon. And I thought their offense – look, we saw their defense – was vulnerable. We knew that. But their offense to just stall the way it did, that to me was, to your point, stunning. And that's where I thought it was coaching. And I thought the OC was in over his head from the jump.
Yeah, well, let me ask you a question. And then I mentioned this to you last year, and they didn't have to worry about this because it didn't happen. But I'm going to say it again to you. One thing when I look at this team, and I understand, and by the way, I always think Howie does a great job. I always just think he does a great job. I really do. But when I look at the third receiver on this team, and last year, said if they had ever gotten injured, A.J. Brown, God forbid, or Devonta Smith.
The receiver depth. I completely agree. No,
I think they got away with it last year, Anthony.
Yeah.
Got away with it in the sense that they didn't get the injury. You think they're going to make a trade?
Yeah, I think in training camp they're going to add a receiver.
Okay, because I was going to say that is something that, listen, you can't just assume you're not going to have injuries.
No, and Howie knows that. Howie knows that's a soft spot. I want you to have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. All right,
Anthony.
Oh, we lost him. All right. Have a great one, Brad. Sorry for the abruptness. Yes, that was. All right, Brad, of course, brought to us by Parks Casino. Don't forget, Memorial Day weekend, plenty of action, excitement, entertainment at Parks Casino, the #1 casino in Pennsylvania. Parks Casino, this is how you win. Happy hour at Liberty Bell Beer Garden with seating inside and outside. Live entertainment tonight at the 360 Lounge. All right, dine at one of the award-winning restaurants, the Parks Grill Steakhouse, the Liberty Bell Gastropub, delicious sushi hand rolls at Bamboo Noodle House, plus 3,200 state-of-the-art slots, 115 live table games. All right, my casino of choice, Parks Casino. All roads lead to Parks Casino. Headliners coming to the 1,500-seat Excite Center at Parks Casino. Debbie Gibson, July 19th. J.B. Smoove, I love him, September 20th. The acapella sounds of Straight No Chaser on October 18th. Got to be 21. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Parks Casino, this is how you win.
Well, listen, obviously it's Memorial Day weekend. You know, we're all having fun. I know a lot of you guys, like myself, sit there on the shore and wonder what it could be like to have a beach house, right? Like, it's something that I've always thought about. Like, it'd be so cool having a beach house. And I know with the rising rates today, it could be a little bit difficult to think about that. But hey, with our friends here at Mortgage CS, they're here to make it a little more easier here for you. With today's real estate market, it's ultra competitive. Prospective buyers, perhaps just like you, are missing out on opportunities to win the perfect home. But why? It's because you guys don't have Mortgage CS in your corner. Maybe news to you, but Mortgage CS is a mortgage company you choose that matters more than ever. Even if you are already in the market, you could still explore other options with Mortgage CS. This is home financing, not a marriage, ladies and gentlemen. You may be shocked at how much money you can save. And the best part of Mortgage CS is an independent mortgage broker located right here in the Philadelphia area. So for all of us here in the Philly area that are considering buying a home, make sure you guys consider Mortgage CS. And the best part about it is just how easy it is to talk to them. Not only about home buying, but also about Philly sports. So we talk about it all the time. Ben Stucker, the CEO of Mortgage CS, the phone number is right at the bottom of the screen, 267-391-7425. Text Ben, ask him, hey, what's your favorite shore? You got a shore house yourself? Or ask them about different options with home buying here today. Text them at 267-391-7425. Or, of course, you can head online to www.mortgagecs.com/PHLY to check out all Mortgage CS. And, of course, they have 5-star reviews by over 370 people. So check them out as well. Google Mortgage CS. But next time you guys are thinking about home buying, consider Mortgage CS.
All right, JP. It's we've reached the 10 o'clock hour. It's Memorial Day weekend Friday. Ro is having some fun here at PHL, the Anthony Gargano Show. Presented by TrueMark Financial Credit Union. Check out TrueMark.com/PHLY or stop at your local branch to learn more about the credit union difference at TrueMark Financial today. All right, we're having some fun this weekend and this kicking off Friday. The clubhouse coming up next. Very excited for our next guest. He's a local son who's done incredibly well. He's a hometown hero, and I see him right here, and you recognize him, one of the great actors. In fact, he just wrapped SEAL Team, an incredible show, and he was filming in Colombia, and he needed some dose of home. And there he is, you see him, the great David Boreanaz. What's up, brother? Welcome home, baby.
Man. Yo, my man, can you hear me all right? Is it good?
We are great.
Dude, I'm on the porch in Haverford. You summed it up. You know, when I finish a long run on a show or something like that, which we just had, I like to come home to Philadelphia and get beat up. I like to get humbled. I like to get my roots, you know, kind of turned, spun up a little bit. You get your foundation back. You feel the love. And I'm telling you, you are part of that love and brotherhood that I tap into. And when I know that I'm on with you or talking to you, I know that I'm on the way to healing.
I love what you said to me. Like, this is why, you know, it's funny. And you know this better than anybody. You've been doing this a long time. You have been a part of many successful shows, long running shows, Bones. I mean, you can go on and on and on and on. And it's easy to get wrapped up in the Hollywood thing. You have never, ever done that. In fact, you've always been true to Philadelphia. It's part of like who you are. And like you never went Hollywood.
You got to give it, you got to keep giving it back. You know, like for me, it's always been like we talked about at the foundation, and we just wrapped shooting in Colombia, which was a really arduous task for SEAL team. And, you know, working with those brothers in arms, you know, I'm repping the soul of Philadelphia, the heart of Philadelphia. I bring my teams onto my characters. It's just something that I identify with, whether I'm, you know, producing or directing or acting in specific episodes or shows or sequences. My game plan is always focused on the Philly mentality. Whether it's like, how are we going to frame this shot? Let's dump the puck in. Let's find the actors, right? How are we going to box this out of a corner here? We need a little Embiid up top. Let's move him around for like a little jumper and dish. You know, like what is a team like a Phillies right now and how they represent teamwork and how they're all hitting and contributing to this win cycle that they're in. To me, that's in the blood, and I've always maintained and kept that. And also my father and my mother have always installed that into me growing up as a young kid, spending time here, and you know, growing up in Villanova, seeing the Wildcats win in '85, what Raleigh did, and just staying true to your roots is so very important, because as we all know, you get a little bit of touch of that success, whatever that may be, you got to stay away from the ego. You got to be balanced with the heart, and that's most important. And I'm so happy and humbled to say that, you know, I'm a true Philadelphia guy, and it means the world to me to be back home and, you know, throw down some steaks, get a little water ice, you know, go have dinner with Big Dom, go to the saloon, you know, hang out with Lettuce.
Lettuce is David's son, who's an
Yeah.
amazing young kid, man. He's unbelievable. What a guy. And of course, last night, you, Lettuce, and Big Dom, everybody's favorite Eagle, right? Big Dom at the saloon. What'd you get? What did you order?
You know what? We just stayed with steaks last night because Jaden and I, like, you know, we've had a few Italian restaurants we've hit up since we've been here. I've had more bread to last me 2 years in one day. So, you know, we had the filet, we had the stuffed peppers, which were amazing. We had the clams casino, which was like it was so beautiful, you know, and sitting there. And like what was great about it, you know, is it's we were just talking about family and experiences. You know, it was more about when you sit with a you know, with good friends like that, and you're having a good steak or a good meal, you just have these great moments that just will be etched in your heart forever. And when I'm able to come back and sit here with you, we went out to dinner last time we were here. You know, we talk about our families, we talk about our ups and our downs. You know, that to me is good conversation, and that's what it's about.
Yeah, it's the best. I would have been there if Massimo didn't have a game last night. I would have been
Yeah.
with you guys.
I know, and Big Dom was like, "Hey, shout out to Ant, man! Like he knows. He's like your neighbors, so it's all good."
Yeah, we live real close to each other. It's pretty cool. So there's a million things I want to talk to you about,
Yeah.
especially with Philadelphia sports. But I got to talk about your shoot, all right? Because this is a big deal. This is an incredible show, all right? You just got done wrapping the entire show.
Yeah.
7 seasons, arduous seasons. And I want you to take people behind the scenes a little bit and what you had to do, some harrowing stuff, like amazing things. So what I don't even know what this shoot was like. You and I were texting throughout the time, and you were like, dude, it's a lot, man. It's pretty deep.
It's heavy. I mean, the mental capacity and the physical capacity of shooting this show now for an amazing 7 seasons and, you know, 8 years of my life playing a Navy SEAL is what we do, which makes I'm so proud of the show, is that we're very practical. And when I say that, I mean, we shoot for real. We shoot the way these special operators would operate in specific missions. We've traveled the world, whether it be, you know, in Serbia, in Jordan. This past season, we were in Colombia and Santa Marta, and shooting in the jungle. So when we hit these areas, we're going full tilt. And I've always explained it as though when we were on the network and shooting 22 episodes, it was like a season for, like a hockey player, or a season for somebody who's in sports has got to get through the regular season, then hit the playoffs and end with a big bang. So for us, it's for me personally, it was a rewarding experience, but most importantly, it saved my body a little bit because what we do and how we shoot these shows, it's live action, a lot of handheld stuff. We shove the lens in people's faces. We get to the emotionality of it, and we could be in an amazing location, and it's rough, it's humid. Our gear is about 30 pounds compared to what real seals wear, which is about 125 pounds. So god bless them. And I mean, and heading into these sequences, your body gets torn up, the knees, the hips, the shoulders. The amount of MRIs that I have gotten in 7 seasons is ridiculous. I'm done. It's over in a good way, but it touches you spiritually, especially for this episode. What Jason Hayes is dealing with how do these men, these special operators, deal with a kill? What is their first kill like over in Afghanistan? What was that like for him? How does he come to grips with it, or even attempt to heal from that kind of stuff? So this show portrays that, and we're so very excited that we got this season now under and done, and the series is wrapped. But I'm telling you, come fall time, I can't tell you when we're going to premiere, but it's going to be awesome, man, and you're going to see a lot of good stuff.
I cannot wait for it. How do you, when you get into character like this, especially this, which this character is all encompassing, right? It just kind of overwhelms you and kind of takes you over. How do you make that transformation? I know you have many experts and real Navy SEALs that you talk to regularly and who consult on the show. But how do you do that? How do you make that transformation? That's a true gift.
Well, I owe a lot of that to my acting coach, Ivana Chubik, who I've been working with for my whole career. And she's a very astute teacher in the way that subtextually you apply what the dialogue is going through to what experiences you have had in your life, your arduous overcomings, your good times, your bad times, what's happening in your life, and how you approach that specifically in scenes and subtextually what's going on in my head. So it's especially for a show like this and a character like this, it's a deep dive into the subconscious minds of things you may have buried, right? Or things that you may have put in your closet. Say, you know what? I need to open those doors and understand that angst, or understand that joy, or understand that peace that I've had at certain times, and apply it to this character. Now, given the fact that we're shooting in these crazy locations, the environment helps. When we're on a mission and we're fighting the enemy, we're always with the minds of the SEAL. We never go and cross the line and go with the enemy, because that's what the show is all about. We'll be fighting, and when we're shooting, we're in a fight, and our armorer is a fantastic man, the best in the world, and we're ultra safe when it comes to shooting guns on set. And what I pride so much about it is we're shooting live, and we're changing mags. Things are getting messed up. You got to turn into corners. Your body takes it on, so that helps get into the character, the physicality of it, and you meld that with what you're bringing to the table, and it's good. It's always like, what did Kobe Bryant bring to the table when he played? Right? He listened to the Halloween theme song in his head, in his ears, before he played a game. So he had that mentality of that it's seek and destroy mentality. So there's all these things that you can do, whether it's the Allen Iverson crossover on a scene that I'm going to do, right? I'm going to take this guy out, and I know I'm going to cross over. I know I'm going to beat Jordan somehow. So for me, there's a lot of metaphors that I use and apply to that during my subtext.
It's fascinating because the stark realism of it, man, of the show's so well done. I mean, you feel like you're in the middle of it. What was some of the?
And my body's was hating me. Let me tell you something. My body is like, come on, man. Enough is enough. We got to move on.
I can imagine, man, because you feel it. Like you it comes across on screen. What were some of the most harrowing stuff that you did throughout the 7 seasons and all the locations that come to mind?
You know, whether it was like flying over Jordan in a helicopter strapped in, feet dangling with a real SEAL, doing dialogue, taking out another guy in another helicopter live, flying back in Jordan, you know, and knowing that we have conquered an amazing season. And with my director of photographer, Jimmy Muro, who was just fantastic director of DP. He's somebody who shot so many great movies like Heat, you know, Titanic, the Steadicam operator. He's doing Kevin Costner's Horizon right now. And the two of us are celebrating, doing a shot of Reykjavik on our flying back to where we're going to land. These are little moments that you have that people don't see. You know, the harrowing stunts. I look at the stunt crew and how they've achieved and what they've achieved as far as explosives are concerned. I remember directing an episode that I'd done, and I had actually pulled up 6 guys, you know, on a rope taking off, and they're all hanging on the rope off into the horizon. Like, to do a harrowing rescue like that, you know, it gives me chills because I look back at all these years, and if I run it in a loop, and we've done that on our show with the other producers, with Spencer Hudnut and Chris Chulak, and we'll watch these sequences and you put them together. It's like, man, how did we do that? Like, really, how did we do it? But we managed to do it with the help of real SEALs, real dev crew operators, and we were so fortunate and blessed to do that. And just amazing experience, man.
What was Colombia like? I mean, and you were.
Woo. All I say is the Eagles are going to go to Brazil. I said to Big Dom last night, I said, man, you better know how to speak Spanish, brother, because their English is non-existent. Plus, they don't like the color green over there in Brazil. They got some problems, man. It's I will say this: the people were fantastic, right? I was able to meet a lot of the indigenous people as well, or just a fantastic group of people, very spiritual, very humid. You know, where we shot in favelas too. We're talking about being humbled and walking into these homes that are just, it's sad, but they don't know any better, man. And that's where, to me, the biggest reward is being able to shoot in these locations, especially a place like Colombia, and experience that. Man, I had one where we were coming down off Polaris, and we had just finished off of a falava in a pretty bad area. All of a sudden, the military breaks out, and there's a fight. There's a riot with the local villagers. All of a sudden, gunshots starts going off. I'm from here in the middle of it. My bodyguard who's in the front jumps on me to protect me, and I'm like, "You gotta be kidding me, man! Get me the hell out of Colombia right now!" I was like, you know, Anthony's like, "There's one thing like we're doing a reel, but when you're leaving the location, you're like, when that happens, you're like, I'm not going back to that location tomorrow, boys. I'll see you in 2 days. I'm out."
I bet. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's crazy, but you know, I will say you know, the coffee's great, man. Juan Valdez got it every morning. It was fucking classic. It was hilarious. A lot of humor, but people were really friendly, and we really enjoyed our time that we spent there.
That's fantastic. What did you learn most about the Navy SEALs doing this show?
You know what? For me, it's there's a simple thread, right? And I think going into the Memorial Day weekend,
Yeah.
everybody wants to go home, barbecue, and, you know, have fun, go to the beach, but really remembering, right, those that, you know, that we lost, man. And for me, working on a show with special operators,
Yeah.
I was doing a podcast 2 days ago out in Doylestown, and the woman who was doing the podcast had lost her brother 14 years ago in Afghanistan from a sniper. And you know what I've learned from the SEALs is you're only as strong as your weakest link, man. And what I mean by that is you have to lift up and inspire the person next to you in order to get the job done, right? You could be on a mission, and to them, it's either capture, kill, get the job done. There's no political agenda. One thing I learned is like there's no political agenda. There's no left, there's no right. Here's my boss, here's my job, this is what I need to do. And I do it efficiently, I do it without questions. And that, to me, is the one biggest thing I learned, is that these brothers are there for each other to lift each other up. And I take that to my heart. And going into other productions that I'm going to be doing, To me, that's what the spirit decor should be when you're on working on a set, or you're on a location and you're in the 14th hour and you're dying and you're tired. You want to pick the crew up. So very important. So I was blessed to see that firsthand, live it firsthand for so many shows, and that to me was the most impactful thing I would say that happened to me while doing the show.
And what did you learn about the chaos of the world? Because
Well,
that's such a part of the theme.
yeah, it is. I mean, we operate these special operators are very calm in the chaos, right? They operate like, first of all, they're very nondescript. They're very quiet, and they're there 1 second, gone the next. And the chaos of the world and where it's at now, not to get too political, is that we have a lot of open holes in our country right now. And when I say that, I mean that we really need to come together as a country. And I don't know what that's going to take. Honestly, a lot of these guys that I work with, we ask them about that, and you know what? They're just like, they know where the holes are. They know where the issues and the problems lay, and they'll have a perspective on it. But I'll tell you what, man, when shit goes down, they know how to A, take care of it their own way to protect their perimeter or their 360 world, right? Or they jet, they get out and they bunker down. And it's phenomenal. So there's a lot of disruption in the world, and I think it's more so uh, and about the social media concept. I look at my daughter who's 14 years old and I say, man, the amount of content and that is coming through these airways now with AI, social media, everybody wants everything tomorrow. They can't go through the process of hardship, the process of love, the process of joy, the process of what a friendship is to somebody. They all want it immediately. And we're not going to get anywhere immediately with things, people. I'm telling you right now, there's got to be a process of understanding, and put your phones down for a month or whatever it takes. Now, I'm not dissing the phone and saying, hey, there are some really good things and great things that you can get off social media, but it's overtaken the world. Look at artificial intelligence. You go to restaurants now, there everything's going to be automated, man. You can't change things. It's all AI, and it's very destructive to the soul.
It is. Quiet. Like, we need quiet as people.
Yes. And you know what? It's very true, because, they're quiet, simplicity, sitting on the porch, listen to the birds, man, hear the dogs bark, becoming one with nature, man. Like, you feel that. It's like, that to me, that's also what my craft is all about, is understanding that, learning that simplicity and that quiet, not being so overly reactive or not being so obnoxious, right? Hearing, listening, being there in the moment we all have that. Just sit down, shut up. And here I am saying that in Philly. You go to the ballpark, you tell people, just listen, quiet, shut up. They look at you and be like, what the fuck are you talking about, man?
I'm glad it's such a great transition or a great segue in that the simplicity of going to the ballpark and feeling like, I'm so happy you went to the game the other day. You took Dad and you got to experience something. It's a beautiful phenomenon that's going on at Citizens Bank Park, and the spirit that's in this state. Like, the Phillies are playing great and all, but the spirit is different, man, at that ballpark.
Yeah, it is, because you see them. And my mom commented about this the other day. She's like, man, this team is playing great because, and I know that, she says, because the way they come off the field in a win, they're all there for each other, right? Ball players, they do the line, they do the clap, but you see it a little bit more differently with this ball team, and you see it in the management, and you see it how the coaching staff replies to, oh, well, you've won so many games. Well, it doesn't mean anything. We won all these games. We're going to win all these. What does that mean? The goal is to win the World Series. That's it. And I look at it and I go, yeah, there's a simplicity about it. Seeing the ballpark and seeing everybody on that level, we could capture that, right? And somehow remember that and bring it on outside the ballpark to our fellow friends and our brothers, right? And here's the big thing that I want to try to get across to people. We can agree to disagree on something, but you know what? We could still share a drink. We could still sit at the bar and we can get drunk on laughter. We can get drunk on joy. We can get drunk on what's going on in our lives. We don't need to go at each other and hate each other because of a view or specific. Don't push agendas on me.
Yep.
Don't push agendas on this Philadelphia team. Let the process unfold. And everyone likes that name, the process. Yeah, the process. What's it about? Well, guess what? We all have the process, man. We get up in the morning, we have our coffee. That's our process. These guys are on pedestals getting paid a lot of money to play sports. That's their process. So let them do their process, because when they're winning and hitting home runs and everything's great, listen, that's the process. But in Philly, what I love about the sports teams in Philadelphia is they're going to let you know when that needs to be adjusted. They'll let you know when that process is not working. And, now it's like, and that's what I love about the honesty, the blue collar mentality is like, whether it's the Eagles, the Phils, the Flyers, the Sixers, they're going to let you have it, man. And you know what? I respect that. You can agree to disagree, but they respect each other.
Yeah, it really is. Hey, we also have some hope with the Flyers. How about Michkov? It looks like he's going to be able to come over.
Man,
It could be. For people who don't know, David is a huge sports guy, right? And he's an incredible hockey player. He played hockey. Lettuce played hockey. And I know how much. I know what the orange and black mean to you.
I've since I was talking to Steve Coatsy, who retired last year. I went to his retirement party and was fortunate to be there, and spend time and see these great people like Bobby Clark, Bill Barber. You talk to them, and Schultze, and just Watson, man. Like, these guys are like, man, they just grunt with passion, man. Like, they're Flyers, right? They have that spirit. They're like, man, we won 2 cups, man, and we're just trying to get back and rebuild this team. And what's interesting with the Flyers organization is, I feel at times they're pressing a little too much. I love what Torts has done with the culture. I've loved what he's done, the turnaround and specified with hard work and who he's going to go after. He sees something in somebody and he says, I'm going to ride you. I'm going to ride you because you're a better hockey player. You're a better athlete. You're a better person. And I want to see that. And I respect that. Now, with the development of these players, like a Michkov coming in, who knows? We don't know if that's going to happen this season or if it's not. But he was overall a good pick for Philadelphia, heading in the right direction. But we got to see how that translates. We have to see. I mean, we got this goalie that came. He was 6'8". Man, he was looking down. He was confused. I don't know about it. Who knows? Yeah, man. People either come here and adapt or they don't. Like, you look at what Bryce Harper's done, right? You look at these certain players that have played. Randall Cunningham for the Eagles. How impactful was that guy? Allen Iverson for the Sixers. Charles Barkley, Julius Erving, Pete Rose, Greg Luzinski, Larry Boa, right? These guys, they become the city. And in tune, we enjoy it with them and they enjoy it with us. It's a give and take. And when they're playing certain games, like, we're off, man. The fans are off. Their players aren't playing right. But that's Philadelphia, man. That's what I love about this city.
It's the best, man. And you're right about Bryce. Bryce gets it. Harper is one of the greatest faces of a team because he loves it. He loves it here. Like, he's embraced this culture. He raised his family here. He wants to be here with his family. And I think, once you go all in, and that's what Harper did, you went all in, and this is what you get.
Like, you know what, Anthony? Got to go all in. You look like Jason Kelsey, man. He goes all in.
Yes.
Here's a guy who celebrates. I look at actors, certain actors that I really admire, right, man? And I go, man, these guys go all in. They love what they do, and they celebrate the way it should be celebrated with the people that they love celebrating with. And that's what Kelsey does. That's what he did, right? And it kind of lifts everybody else up, and it becomes this thing which is amazing to watch, man, and amazing to be a part of. And it's great because I see, like, the Eagles and the Phillies, right? Then you got the Sixers, then you got the Flyers. It's like there's always a pendulum, right? And how good they are, how they swing back and forth. But man, this is birds country right now. It is birds country because Lettuce, my son, man, he's obsessed with our picks and how they're going to unroll. And we got to know certain situations. Are we going to Brazil? Are we not going to Brazil? You're going to have a problem with all that green there, man.
Well, let me know if you want to go, all right? Because if we want to
we'll go, man. I think it'd be fun. I mean,
all right.
It might be.
We're in. We're in.
All right.
All right. We got it all done. I already got, in fact, my man Vince from True Fan Travel has a jet. So we'll go on
nice. Okay,
charter.
we'll just go on this jet. Here, there, we'll call Edelman up and say, "Come on,
we'll go on the charter." Yeah, we'll
we'll go on the charter. You don't need to go talk to Dion today, man. Let's just go with me and the boys. We'll fly in a green jet. See how we're makes sense.
I gotta tell you, brother, it's great to have you. You are a treasure of Philadelphia, an incredible actor. You're amazing at what you do. Director, producer, and you just make Philadelphia proud. So we love you.
Man. Well, you know what? More to come, especially with you, my friend. You know, you're a great voice in Philadelphia, man. Everyone respects that, loves it, man. You keep doing what you're doing, and I'll see you soon, man.
See you soon, brother. Love you, buddy.
Much love, man.
There he is.
Go Birds. Go Birds, baby.
Go Birds. That's it.
That's it, Birds.
The great David Boreanaz joining us. Always a lot of fun to talk to David. JP, do you know some of the spots that he shot at?
I tend not to go around those spots either. Jungle life? No, absolutely not. Yeah, I would just stay in the major cities, maybe stop in a little town on the way. That's a little more safer, a little more civilization there. That's awesome to hear. That's awesome. He's been everywhere in the you'll definitely want to, you'll know some of the spots. Yeah,
so
for sure.
When the show comes out. All right, let me tell you about Butcher Box. It's Memorial Day weekend. That means backyard grilling. That means meat. Yes, Butcher Box. Look, you got to be primed for grilling season. And the beauty of Butcher Box is proteins in a box. Think about it. 100% grass-fed beef, free-range organic chicken, pork raised, crate-free, wild-caught seafood, humanely raised, no antibiotics, no added hormones. Look, for my family, I want only the best. I get worried about that stuff. So I worry about the hormones and the antibiotics for the boys. This is 100% organic, all right? It's grass-fed beef. I mean, this is the way you do it. Burgers, right? You want pork, chicken on the grill, shrimp. They have incredible seafood that is there. I mean, you got to get to know Butcher Box. And the beauty of Butcher Box is it comes right to your door. So the highest quality meat and seafood delivered to your door. It's that easy. Plus, for our viewers and listeners, you get free meat, $20 off your first box. That's right. Free meat, $20 off your first box. Join today. Use the link butcherbox.com/PHLY. Use code PHLY. You get a great offer. All right. Free meat, $20 off your first box. Butcher Box. Start grilling.
All righty, cuz. Well, listen, you guys can see the vibes. All right. We're at Memorial Day weekend. We're all going down the shore. Some of us may be grilling, but we're all going to be outside, right? And so if you're going to be outside, the sun's going to be powerful. So you guys got to have your shady rays on. Protect those eyes from the sun there. I have the polarized sunglasses here today. Listen, I love these. This is my style right here. As Andrew has the same style. He's got the red lenses on. I have the blue on here for today. But listen, they have all different types of style of sunglasses. I like more of the sport look, but if you're more of an aviator person, you name it, they have so many different types of styles. Shady Rays has you covered, ladies and gentlemen. And don't take it from me. We have over 300,000 reviews with 5 stars for Shady Rays. So over 300,000 people also agree that Shady Rays is awesome. You get the quality with Shady Rays, but the difference between Shady Rays and some of the other competitors as far as sunglass companies go is that, look, you get the quality, but you don't have to pay for it, all right? These are affordable. You have great quality, and hey, it's summertime. If you're going to be in the water, you happen to lose your glasses, you drop it, whatever it may be, Shady Rays will replace it for you for free. Now, who does that? Nobody. That's the answer. Only Shady Rays does that here. And of course, as always, guys, we have you hooked up with the promo code for your polarized sunglasses. If you use the promo code PHLY here today, you'll get 35% off those polarized sunglasses that we're talking about here. Again, that's PHLY. 35% off these polarized sunglasses. Listen, not just for Memorial Day weekend, but for the summer in general. Make sure you guys are protected and make sure you guys are styling, profiling in your shady rays. Might have to get another pair for myself as well for the summer. So I'll see you guys down the shore with your shady rays, and thank you to our friends over at Shady Rays.
All right, buddy. You look good on you, man, those
Appreciate
shady
it.
rays. All right, we'll come back to Clubhouse. VG's all ready. He's got his beach attire. All right, he's got all kinds of beach nuggets. So the Clubhouse is next, and TV Todd, TV Todd. Don't go anywhere. Right here, Anthony Gargano Show, PHLY. Happy Memorial Day weekend, John Zapata, JP. Violations Greg Caputo.
You know.
I like your beach attire.
Yeah, with the North
man.
Catholic.
Little North Catholic hat, beach hat, yeah.
Love it.
Shout out to my Norphans.
Yeah, you guys look good with your bucket hats. You got it.
Here, put my bucket hat on.
I can't. Well, so VT's got a pinhead.
Yeah, I'm a total
Right.
pinhead.
All right, so
He's got a watermelon head over here.
right, I got a normal head.
Yeah, right.
Looks nice.
You know,
That hat's seen some sun, VG.
Yeah, man. You know, it's partied a little bit, this hat.
It's a good party hat. Now,
Love it.
by the way, our this portion of the program brought to you by Rite Aid. Stop in for all of your goods at Rite Aid, riteaid.com. What do we got here in front of us?
I made
this
us.
is a
I
Memorial
wanted
Day
to make
weekend
some Mai
cocktail.
Tais, but I didn't. I checked this morning. I didn't have enough rum.
Okay.
Got to go 2 kinds of rum, dark and light. So I made us a Pim's cup. It's nice, relaxing, refreshing.
Pim's Cup.
Yeah, low alcohol. It's good for day drinking at the beach. So it's a Pim's liqueur with a little bit of lemon juice and ginger ale and
Oh,
some
cheers,
bitters,
bud.
some Paynard's bitters.
That's delicious.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, cheers.
Oh, that's good, man.
man.
Happy summer.
Cheers.
This is good.
Cheers.
I like it. Jules?
Yeah, you drink them down in New Orleans. It's good in the
Fraser.
heat.
Ooh, that's good.
I like that, man.
Cool.
I like it. All
Cool.
I'm glad.
right. We got lots to do. All right.
Tons to do.
All right.
We'll see TV Todd at 12:30.
Yeah. All right. Well, here's what we got to do first. I got to give you guys the Sure 5. Then we're going to do VG's Nuggets.
Yep.
All right. I want to hear what the chats are saying.
I got some beach violations. I got some fashion advice for men for this summer at the beach.
I love it.
Speedos, right?
All right. I love it.
They might be
And
on
then
the
we'll
list.
go to TV Todd. So that's our agenda in the clubhouse. So let's start off. Best Shore Town. JP.
Oh, come on. Brigantine, baby.
Bring it to your own Brigantine dog.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, it's calm. You got the drive on beaches. If you want to go dip in the AC. The best part is if you're on the jetty or the cove, you get that nice skyline of the ocean casino. It's beautiful. It's Brigantine.
Brigantine. BG.
I'm right over the bridge. Atlantic City.
Yeah.
Give it to me. I love it. It's a free beach. It's diverse. I feel like I'm at the city. If I want some sun, it's there. If I want a little sin, it's there. A gamble, booze, dancers. It's like a little mini Vegas for me.
Bandit casinos.
Love Atlantic City.
All right. There it is. AC. I'm going to go Wildwood.
Yeah, that's
mine.
probably number 2 for me.
those
Yeah.
Wildwood
I love
days.
Wildwood.
Wild,
Always have since I was a
wild
kid. And
days.
I love sharing it with my kids. Frazier. What's your favorite shore town?
I grew up as a second home in LBI. That's where I went.
LBI.
Yeah, my grandparents lived there.
Really?
My entire
Interesting.
life. Yeah, they lived in Beach Haven, so it was like my
Is
second
that
home.
north? Where is LBI? I don't even know.
It's literally north of Brigantine,
Atlantic
but there's
City.
no bridge for Brigantine. Like you could see LBI from Brigantine,
Oh,
but you
really?
can't go over. You have
Okay.
to.
It's a
go
mix.
around.
It's like Philly, North Jersey,
Oh,
New
that's cool. I
York.
didn't
It's
know
a
that.
it's a
Sounds
mix.
like an aristocrat to me.
Yeah. Jules, what's your fit?
Sea Isle.
Sea Isle. I can see that.
Number Street, so like 80th. That's where we
Nice.
80th. I like it. See how it is. Best thing about the shore, worst thing about the shore, JP.
Best thing is easy. I mean, just drinking on the beach. You know, you got your bathing suit on, water's right there. Suck a couple beers back. That's the best thing. The worst thing for all my big boys out there, understand chub rub. Chub rub sucks.
Oof.
It's
Ouch.
the worst.
What the hell? What's chub
Hate
rub?
the chub rub.
What's chub rub?
Chub rub. So if you're a bigger fella, you understand. You're walking. You know, it's obviously warm out. Gets a little moist. The legs start
A little
creating some
friction.
and it's
Well, the salt water of the ocean
Doesn't hurt.
gets
Doesn't
you.
help either.
Like when they're wet. Like that's what
Yeah,
gets
it's tough.
chub
Yeah.
rub sucks.
Sounds
Best thing,
terrible.
worst thing.
The best for me, you got a nice hot day at the beach, but then it gets a little chilly at night.
Oh
Oh, I
you
love
walk
that.
the boardwalk with,
With
a
the- with
hoodie
the hoodie?
and some shorts.
And you have
I'm a long sleeve guy,
and
but
you
yes.
have the sun.
yeah.
Like you feel the tan, like your face is
yeah.
like I love that.
That's
can't
the
wait.
best.
Yeah.
The worst, beach tags.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm right
Hate
there
'em.
with you.
Yeah,
Amen.
you know why?
Can't charge people to go to the beach.
It's God's gift to mankind.
Yes.
All right?
Yeah.
It's God's gift to humankind.
Agreed.
Just,
all right?
just another
You don't
way.
own the beach?
Right. Just another way to rip off the working man.
Oh my God.
Just try to enjoy their day, man. Summer day.
Yeah.
What do you got, Frazier?
Best thing, grew up a fisherman, so I love getting on a
Oh,
boat
wow.
and
Nice.
fishing. Anytime I
Cool.
go out there, deep
That's a
sea
good
fish.
answer.
Love doing that. Worst thing, my Irish skin in the sun. Sunburn. I get it
Yes.
all the time.
Yes.
Notorious.
You know,
Yes.
they
Dude,
make
I get
stuff for
sunburned
that.
too
You know,
sometimes.
sunblock, it's called.
Sunblock?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll have to look that up.
All right.
Julia!
I turn into a mermaid. I just love being in the ocean.
Yeah.
Ah, that's nice.
Hot thing.
Love it. What's the worst thing?
Of course, probably just traffic.
Yeah, short traffic.
Just the people. There's a ton of people. Like you love
Yeah.
the people, but there's a ton of people. All right, give me this thing. Your best shore memory, JP.
I'm going to go with 2020. Obviously, it was a weird year with COVID, and it just felt good being down the shore. It gave us a little bit of normality, so I thought that was it was a fun time, 2020. Met some great people down there. We, flying our Eagles flags during a crazy time. That was us. We were the first ones to bring out that Eagles flag. So 2020 was just a great year for the beach.
Okay.
Loved
I
it.
like it. Quiet. All right, VG.
1989, Wildwood Beach. After dark, in a lifeguard stand with the pagan.
Oh, nice, dude. I love it.
Nothing better when you're a kid, like teenager, lifeguard stand.
You've been with your wife that long that you go back 1989.
Yeah, man, that's how we do it. The first Skid Row record came out the week I met her.
That's awesome. That is fabulous.
You can still do the lifeguard stand if you want, VJ.
Yeah?
You should do that this
It's a little tougher as a middle-aged man doing it. Cops roll up on you. It's a little weirder than teenagers.
Frazier.
Year, man, I don't know a year, but best memory would definitely be, getting the first kiss in the dunes for sure,
All right.
little summer
Hook it
loving,
up in the dunes.
A little grease, a little summer loving.
All right. Hook it up in the dunes. Jules.
We would always do like happy hours around like 4 or 5 once the sun went down.
Oh, that's the best.
All day on the beach, then you just bring your cocktail hour out.
Yeah,
That's the best. That's the best.
Love that.
I always think about my cousin and I in Wildwood and all of our buddies, and we would be going out and, I used to be 15 years old going to those nightclubs.
Oh,
I would go with those guys.
There you go.
Me and my buddies used to do Keenan's and then RIP, but we would walk across the Echoes.
Yeah,
my early 20s.
That was always a lot of fun. And then watching the Eagles preseason games.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
man.
always a rite of passage.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to watch the games.
They were fun.
Loved it. Loved it. First half, man, it was always fun.
Yeah.
That's memories are back in the day moment brought to you by Rite Aid and the great people at Rite Aid, your neighborhood pharmacy, riteaid.com. How about this one? Your best shore activity. Like, what do you love? Now, you could take boardwalk, the best game, the best amusements, could be miniature golf, like whatever it is. Like, what's your activity?
So kind of entwined with the best memory, I like to kind of change up because going on the beach is awesome. Sometimes some people have pools, but I like the water park. I'm a big water park guy.
Oh, are you?
Love the slides, maybe
skied
little
it.
lazy river. I bet you do.
Yeah, I'm not a water park guy.
I love water
Maurice
parks.
Pier,
Little
you don't like Maurice
yeah.
Pier? Three piers?
couple
I
times.
never was a water park guy.
I'm trying to check the new one out in AC.
The kids, I don't know, something about it. There was a million of those kids. Just
A lot of pee in the
a
water.
lot of skiing.
You go in the
A lot
ocean,
of
no?
pee.
Oh, it's different. The ocean's the ocean.
People pee in that all the time, too.
Okay, but it's the ocean. It's massive body of water. It's the ocean.
they're cleaning it every hour.
No, listen, I get the water park. No. I think it's fun. That's good. I mean,
No, it's all good
for you.
Because you don't have to. You don't like water park. I love the water. I'm not an amusement guy. I'm a water park guy. That's
so
why I
you
always
like
said
the water park over
the amusement park? Yeah,
the roller coaster log flume. You don't like the log flume?
not really.
No.
Well, so the thing is, like when I was younger, I hated it. It kind of freaked me out. Now I'll do it. Like I'll go on like a.
Oh,
roller.
you don't like the roller coaster?
I've always had vertigo, but like now it's like these things are. I don't care. I'll do it. But I just like something about like going down a slide, like the big slides. Like I went to Blizzard Beach out in Disney once. They had like that huge like King of Ka looking slide.
Yeah.
I love that.
You like that? Oh, that's
awesome.
cool.
That's a water park slide. That's huge.
Yeah.
We got VG.
Yeah, I do like mini golf. The course
fun.
has kind
Mini
of got
golf's the best.
lamer as
Yeah.
it's going on.
That's
a
a
little
good one,
cheaper,
VJ.
less moving parts, so there's no
Do you
maintenance.
remember we were kids? They were
It was
extravagant.
challenging.
Yes.
Yeah, you couldn't just hit the ball. Like
Yes.
the timing had to be
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it just got too much with the parts breaking down and the
Yeah.
overhead. So they're like, we'll just put some ramps and bumpers and people will be happy.
Yeah, it's weak.
Yeah, but
I agree. I
I
like
like
the
it.
mini golf. Frazier,
I mean, I already said it, but fishing. Fishing is just my favorite thing to go down there. Nothing.
what do you fish for?
you fish everywhere. Warm
Yeah, but-
water, salt water, fresh water.
Salt
What's specific
water.
to the
Salt
beach? though?
water.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, deep sea fishing because it's different. Like, you can stand in like a river, but like getting on the back of a boat, fishing for like flounder, you got sea bass. You can go out there for tuna, marlin, all that stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a good time.
What's the biggest fish you caught?
Biggest fish that I have caught was a 35-pound striped bass.
Nice.
It was as long as my leg.
35 pounds.
Jeez.
Damn.
Sounds big.
Yeah.
What'd you do with the meat?
Ate it.
Yeah, 35 pounds.
I caught two of them. I caught one that was 25 and one was 35.
All right,
That's
I'm
awesome.
in on that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I have a
Definitely in
picture
on that.
somewhere. I can pull it up somewhere.
That's fantastic.
You a big Cabela's guy?
No.
No?
I'm not like a hunter kind of guy.
Oh,
you
don't
know?
they have a ton of fishing equipment there too?
They do, yeah. Yeah. A lot of good rods
I mean,
and
I've seen
reels.
you in camouflage fishing. I figured you'd be a big Cabela's guy.
I grew up with it. My grandfather was a big fisherman. And so it was,
Yep.
in my blood.
Jules.
There's so many. Just boogie boarding.
Yeah.
Boogie board. Okay.
That's fun.
I thought you would be about Phillies and something.
Oh yeah.
Like Phillies on the deck,
Oh yeah.
Phillies in the bar, Phillies on the beach.
Buying some airbrush Phillies gear on the
yeah,
boardwalk.
yeah.
Or the radio. Listen to the game on the radio on the beach.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. And then finally, give me your favorite shore treat.
Easy. Pizza on the boardwalk, the slice. Oh, I love that. It's my favorite.
Dude, I hear you, brother.
Slice of pizza on the boardwalk.
What do you go with?
I'll do plain. I'll do plain.
No, but which, yeah, I like the Max.
I like the Macamanco. I mean, anyone that I find, honestly, I'm good.
Slice of pizza. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's that thin shore boardwalk pizza.
That
yeah,
salt
no, dude,
water
I
in the
love it.
air gets on
Yeah,
that pizza.
dude,
That's
I
the best
agree.
part.
I love
So
it.
one in Wildwood, it's like Sorrento Brothers 1, or there's 2 and 3 and 4, and there's like
I like
8 of them.
Max.
Max?
Yeah, I like the Max. My father would get we used to love the Max pizza. And it was always greasy, right? And my father would get the napkins and dab the grease.
Oh, yeah.
Right? We were like, that's the best part. What do you got, Andrew?
There's a restaurant down in LBI called Stefano's. And my grandmother used to take me all the time there. And I would
Stefano's.
Stefano's. Stefan. Right, whatever. We get the Manhattan clam
Like 2
chowder.
F's in that?
No.
Right.
Stefano's. Stefano.
Is it good? And what's your favorite
Yeah,
go-to?
the Manhattan clam chowder. Get it in the bread bowl.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It sounds good. I'm just busting balls. That's great. Jules.
We were talking about this the other day. The ice cream man would come on the beach
Oh.
and get a screwball. It was like a cone-shaped
Oh, yeah.
ice cream with the gumball on the bottom.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
That was my favorite.
Oh, wow.
You
From
just
the
unlocked a
Fudgy
memory,
Wudgy guys.
Yeah.
The Fudgy Wudgy. The big thing of sunblock on his nose,
Yeah.
all painted up.
Like that's the only part that's going to get sun.
I know. Right? Like, what? Dude, like,
Yeah.
why you wear your whole face like that? Like,
Right.
you know, the rest of your skin is bubbling over,
Right.
but you got a good
Yeah,
nose.
yeah.
What's the purpose of that? Come on, man.
I never understood the nose. Like, I
The
know.
Fudgy Wudgy guy.
I see him in Burger
There's
King.
always a theme down the shore. Like, there's always like, there's always, every summer has its own theme. Any idea we predict any summer theme?
I have no idea.
What this 2024 is going to be about?
Is there a Men in Black 4 coming out
Yeah,
this
there's always
summer?
the movie, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that stuff. I love it. The boardwalk. By the way, you can tell what's hot in Philadelphia by hanging on the boardwalk and seeing what people are wearing.
Yeah.
What do you like? Shirts with slogans on them?
No,
or-
Phillies. I'm like sports.
yeah.
There's always like it's
the jersey.
It's like it'll be there's always some green, but it's a red summer.
Going to be a
Oh,
ton of
it's gonna be
Phillies
a
gear
lot.
down
It'll
there.
be a red summer.
yeah.
Well,
Like something Sixers had it for a while.
Mhm.
The Eagles always have it, but sometimes it's more green than ever. This is going to be a red summer.
Oh,
I
it
need
is,
more
definitely.
red because I don't want to see any Mets blue or Yankees blue down the shore. Please, more red.
All right. All right.
Pinstripes,
All right,
red pinstripes.
VG Snubs.
Well, we got some beach violations I was thinking about this
I love
morning.
it.
I threw it out
I
to
love
the
this.
chat, and we were kind of all on the same page. One is these cabanas. Apparently, cabanas are okay as long as you are in the back of the beach. If you got a cabana, you can't put it up in the middle of the beach because you're blocking people's views. This is the worst violation, I think, of all time. These are people who come down early and set up their chairs. Like one guy, dad gets up at 5:30, sets up the chairs and takes this spot. And then like 2 or 3 hours later, they come down and take that over. That is the most heinous of violations.
BG,
Okay, so I'm with you on a couple things. One, the cabana, you're right. You can't block the view.
Right.
The whole point at the beach is you sit in a chair, you're watching a view. You're
Yes.
watching the ocean. You want to see the ocean. You want to hear it. You want to see it. So you can't block it. So I'm with you on that. And also the saver.
No
Now,
good.
I used to argue with the Tunis.
Tunis is a saver?
He's a saver. He would
That's a
be-
brigantine thing.
He would go in a resort and save the chairs. Get up at 7, throw the towels and some tchotchkes on there,
man, no.
and then come back upstairs, go to breakfast. and this and that.
Yeah.
Well,
Like that's a violation.
Total violation.
And I agree. Like if you're gonna go to the beach early, your ass better stay there. Otherwise, I'm gonna throw your chairs in the ocean.
Yeah, and like, okay, so dad gets up at 5:30, but what about the guy whose whole family's ready to go at 7 and he's down there ready to go, or the wife with the kids ready to go? They just sit wherever they want. You can't be holding that for hours like that. It's a disgrace.
It's like you know what it's akin to? It's akin to putting a chair on a parking spot in the city.
Yeah,
I
hate
agree.
that too.
I agree.
I hate that too. Well, I'll to be honest. The father-in-law likes to do. Well, since we drive on, he drives the car there. He drives the car on there, and then like he'll set up, and then he'll walk back because it's like a 2-block walk from the house. But yeah, he does that.
He stakes out his
I have to
place.
point that out to him.
Yeah, you might want to talk with him.
That's a violation.
I think if you're going longer
else you
than
got?
half an hour, that's a lot. But half an hour, that's fine, right?
Yeah, no.
What if you get
and
to work?
like we're also like we're hurting from the night before, so all of us are getting up at like 9 or 10. We're probably getting on the beach 11 or 12.
You should
so
not have a spot saved for you.
that spot's like there for like 5 hours unattended on the beach.
Feeding seagulls is a no-no down there.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I mean, that's a one-on-one.
I mean,
don't do that.
you touched it earlier, the man bikinis. I think we're just traumatized from those Quebec guys.
No,
back in the day.
Right?
Yeah.
Or the freak, come on,
like
bro.
this. You can't be rocking around like that.
Bro. No good, bro.
So late great George Michaels, rest in peace.
No banana
You can't be having it out. And this is a touchy one. Music. You can bring your own music, but I believe you need to do a perimeter walk to make sure your music's not heard 10, 15 feet away and infringing on other people's enjoyment of the space.
Agree.
Because I might want to listen to Slayer. JP might not want to listen to Slayer. I don't want to ruin his time.
Yeah.
The only exception
Well, that's the clubhouse rule. Like in the clubhouse or locker room,
right.
you got the music is a big deal. That's why Schwarber gave the reins to what's his face backup catcher.
Carrot Stubbs.
Backup catcher. That's what he's reduced to. Stubbsy, man. The vibe, Captain of the Vibes.
Yeah.
How dare you?
The only exception with the loudness
There's something about backup catchers
that bat like 140.
that I can't stand.
that are
Nothing against
5'8"
Stubbs.
and bat
Nothing
140.
against Stubbs, but the over love of the backup catcher drives me insane. And so I think I purposely block them out.
Big Chris Coast guy.
I know you are. I hated Chris Coates. Nice guy, but a great guy, but no.
Yeah. The Phillies are an exception. You can crank the Phillies game. Everyone likes to hear that on the beach.
Oh, no. But in the locker room, they have that thing.
yeah.
BG, let me ask you, what if it's like, 4 or 5, it's getting a little emptier? Do you go a little...
It depends on how close people are to you. You can't ruin other people's enjoyment.
I know 4 or 5, like the
Just
beach are
don't
scattered.
be one of these people that dominates the landscape. Like, you got to... Don't be a big mouth.
Yes.
Don't be like, because you always had the big mouth guy too. That's loud, right? Like, shut up. Like, don't make a spectacle.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
And then
just respect your neighbor. That's all I ever ask.
Yeah.
and
respect your
and
neighbor.
to add to that, please clean up after yourself. Like that's
that
one of
was
my
meant
pet
to
peeves.
be,
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Clean up after yourself.
Excellent.
Like, don't leave your trash bags. Don't leave your beer cans in there.
I mean, the pristine waters, man. We make keep the beach.
That's wrong.
So let me know where you want to go. You want to go fashion advice for men, or you want to run through some nugs?
Go both. Go ahead. Go
All right.
fashion.
Fashion. This year, according to fashionbeans.com,
Look at you,
this is what
BG.
we should be wearing. The number one is, they call it Action Man. It's camouflage. So there's a big, JP and Frazier are behind this one, I see. They enjoy this. Number 2, white stripes. Shorts of white stripes, vertical and horizontal, are apparently
Oh, wow.
I'm
the
out on that.
rage.
Okay.
I'm out on those.
Like
You know,
like-
1930.
Yeah.
It does look like that. You're
Yeah.
right.
Like, hey,
Yeah.
you want to go to the beach, hon?
yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're
Coney
right.
Island
You're
party.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Put on your one piece.
Yeah.
Oh, man, Frazier pulls out the transatlantic.
Let's go, go around my smokes.
Well, he was an actor.
Yeah, I know.
So he.
I
that's
love when he
good
busts it out.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Andrew, that's strong by you.
Yep.
Thank you.
The third one is the matchy match with the matching tops and bottoms.
Nah, dude, I'm out on that.
I really thought you'd be all about this one.
That's horrific.
I like a plain.
You look like
suit.
a clown.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. What you need is the big nose with the sunscreen on it.
How about,
5, 6 inches long, but like plain. I'm very simple. When it
Just
comes
go with
to
the white.
what about some flower power? Flower patterns, all the rage.
depends.
All right.
You could do those, right?
Yeah, I'm
They're
fine
not
with that.
bad. Some
Yeah.
As long as I don't have a shirt that matches it.
Yeah.
And
Just give
then
me a white T-shirt.
They say the old school, the John Stocktons are in this summer at the beach if you want to be fashionable. A little shorty short showing max thigh.
Need a little longer.
Yeah, you're out on that?
Yeah, I'm out on that.
Show off the legs, cuz.
I do. That's
For Tim
horrible.
Legler. Leg day.
Like that.
So Phillies swept. Did you know that they've swept 7 of 12 series?
Yes.
That's pretty crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah. So Jeff Passan is with us. He's the anti-Heyman guy right now.
Oh, really?
Passan tweeted out a tweet about the Phillies and the strength of schedule. We'll get it up here at some point. Phillies just finished a sweep of the defending World Series champion Texas Rangers. Phillies won 29 of the last 35 games. It doesn't really matter what your opponent's records are if you're emasculating them every single day.
Passing.
Yeah, right.
I gotta get Jeff
Just
on.
emasculating them every
He's a
single
good
day.
Twitter follow too.
Passing. Good job, passing. Emasculating them.
And that's the truth. It's just
Dude, they're dominating, man.
And like the starting pitchers,
They're going 7 deep each start almost.
18 games to go 7 innings or more.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
In today's day of baseball.
Their bullpen is by far the least amount of innings pitched. There's not
Yes.
even anyone close to them this year.
Yeah. Insane.
It is wild.
Haley Simon had a tweet. She had 2 photos
Haley.
of the exact day, 2 years separated, and look at the upper level about how empty it was.
Wow.
On the left is last year. Upper deck's empty. That's coming off a World Series appearance. The
Wow.
right is completely
Philly
packed.
knows.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
That's wild, man.
Philly
Right?
knows.
That's off a World Series appearance on the left.
That's wild.
People are excited,
People
man.
are nuts this year down
I mean, look
there.
at Dave.
But what is it?
I don't know.
Because you're right. Like, it was not even last year was like this. And they didn't, and they're coming off the World Series, right? Like,
Yeah.
there was no shame in losing the World Series, right? Like,
No. Houston was a good club.
right?
Yeah.
Like, now you come back and forget about Arizona, whatever. It's even more pronounced. It's wild.
It's the start. I mean,
Yeah.
like you think about the last 2 years, it's been slow starts. They've obviously
I
been
know,
one of the
but
best
it's
teams in
more than
baseball.
that.
There's an
These
energy
people-
this
yeah,
year
yeah.
that's different.
I think that also too, like people love this team. I mean, we talk about the daycare. You know, ladies love them.
Maybe
but you
it's
got
because
Bryce,
too,
Trey.
like the Eagle thing, the collapse of the Eagle thing, and
Maybe
Needed
we
to
could
grab
talk to-
something.
we poured all of our emotions.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean-
Sixers and Flyers are duds this year
So Summer's
in that
official.
sense, as far as a run.
I agree with
Summer's
that.
essentially here this weekend, and like they're the best team in baseball. And
Yeah.
people are excited about
Yeah,
that.
no, yeah. I think that adds to it for sure.
The players are noticing. Schwarber tweeted out a little love for the
Yeah, I saw
fans
that. That was
yesterday.
awesome.
Jeff Hoffman also did as well. I think we got Schwarber's where they're just acknowledging that something's going on down there.
No, I don't-
No, all right. So he posted a tweet thanking
Yeah.
the fans, and Hoffman, the Phillies put something out, and Hoffman also put out a little tweet. So the players are noticing,
how could you
recognizing.
not, right? Yeah. I mean, it's insanely impressive.
Real Muto hit a ball, home run yesterday, and Philly fans get a bad rap. The guy who caught the ball gave it to a random stranger baby. It was like her first day at the game.
Oh,
And the guy gave her the Real Muto
Dude, I
ball.
love that stuff,
Hey,
man.
Right?
That's sick.
job.
Got a yo to that guy.
You got a yo, baby. You got a yo. Great job.
That's sick.
Love that.
And it is a party weekend, so some good news for the world. Daily use of marijuana
I saw this.
exceeds daily use of alcohol.
Wow.
Now, they're not saying there's definitely more
The
alcohol
pot over the pint.
on a daily use. More alcohol is consumed overall, but not on a daily basis. So they interviewed like 35 million people. 17.7 million people said they smoke weed every day. 14 million people said they drink alcohol every day.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So
Wow.
You can't.
We're going to be a more peaceful, happier society as this trend
drink every
continues.
day.
No.
I mean, you can.
People do that.
Yeah.
But
Might hurt.
I've done it.
yeah. Well, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know.
It's tough.
When you're 20, you can.
It's
Or
tough.
21.
Well, right. If you're, 50, you got a problem. Right.
Yeah. Someone put out a list of the best beers, and we're not talking brands, the best beers you can drink. The Friday beer they had is number 1, the airport beer 2, NFL tailgate beer 3, grilling beer 4, and an after mowing beer as 5.
I have not done 5.
I don't know why you don't drink a beer while you're mowing.
Yeah,
I haven't
you
done
can.
either one of those.
So I go number 1, the airport beer.
Oh yeah. I look
It's
forward
my
to that.
favorite, the airport beer. Sitting there, ready to take off, grabbing a beer. That's the best.
Try to get there earlier to get that beer, just to be safe, so I can enjoy my beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you
it's
think? I
awesome.
mean, I thought ballpark beer
Yeah.
should have been up
Beach
there.
beer.
Happy
Beach
hour beer
for sure. Beach beer.
Happy hour beer.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
and I'm a Sunset Beach beer guy.
That's a good one.
I
That's
like
a good beer.
I love a sunset beer that's the best.
I think it's the best time at the beach.
That's
is Sunset.
the greatest, dude.
The only problem with the mower beer is the blowback. If you got a wind coming in, you got it in the cup holder in the Laser Z. The blowback of the clippings getting into your drink, and then you're drinking, cut grass.
Oh yeah, that's
dirt.
right. You
talking
used to
about?
landscape. That's right.
I used to landscape, so
he
yeah.
knows all about this life.
Blowback beer.
No, talk about the mower beer. He said, "Why don't you just drink a beer while you're cutting?" And I
Well, if
said,
it's a bottle, the
Well,
grass
I
ain't gonna
guess you
get
got
in the
both
bottle.
hands while you're mowing. I don't mow beer. I'm thinking they're
Well, you-
driving around.
"If you're on the laser, you got to do the
Yeah. All right,
the
that
arm."
makes
But wait a second. The Lays, what's that?
The laser
Yeah.
is those big mowers that you can like zero turn.
Yeah. So let me ask you,
Usually-
where you guys?
I hate that
Where you guys
stuff.
come in at on the shower beer?
Oh, love the shower beer. While getting ready
Shower
to go
beer's
out,
a good beer.
All right.
bring one up.
Yeah, I never.
It loses a little bit, because you take a hot shower. It's I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd rather do the.
Have
after.
you done the shower beer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought it was underrated. Then I did it
Yeah.
a few times. I enjoy it.
I
I
think
enjoy
it's
the shower beer.
overrated.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think it's overrated. Yeah, I do. The first, I think it's overrated.
All right.
Yeah. What about the bathtub beer?
I don't sit in a bathtub.
No. The first time we used to go away, and the first thing we would do, we just got like a room,
Yeah.
right?
Wait,
is
who's
put
we?
ice.
Who's
my
we?
buddies,
Oh.
like me,
Wow.
my cousin Joey,
Yeah,
everybody.
all right.
We get ice, put the ice in the bathtub,
I wish I would have thought of
and
this.
throw the beers.
Wow, that's a lot of beer. I do the sink, but that's a lot of beer in the tub.
Yeah, we
And I
would
fill
do
the sink up with ice.
Well, if you got
If all your boys get a case.
7, 8 guys,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like you're going to use
That's
the
a smart
tub.
idea.
Right.
Got the drains so the
Everybody
ice.
gets the buckets of ice. You throw
Yeah.
the ice in the tub and a beer. And you get
Yeah.
the tub beer. And you're sitting out on the balcony, like a balcony.
Balcony beer is a good beer with a
Dude,
good view.
Strong.
Yes.
The balcony beer,
Yes.
deck beer, anything
Yes.
overlooking anything.
Rooftop beer.
Rooftop.
Sure, yeah.
Sure. No,
Yep.
without a doubt. All right.
Time for Todd, I think.
Great
That's what I
stuff.
got, man.
Yep. Todd. TV Todd.
Give me 1 second. TV
He's gonna
Todd.
be wearing orange today.
What is he going to wear?
Yeah.
I don't know. He might be on. He fired up
I think he's gonna be
somehow.
at a beach dive today.
Act like a man. You can't handle the truth.
It's time for TV time.
Here he is. Todd.
He goes brown.
Hey, wow, this was a day I wish I was actually in the clubhouse. It looks fun today.
Oh,
always
what do you
fun.
say? We're not fun most days?
Salud.
This guy coming in
You're
and
fun-
insulting
listen,
us.
You're fun every day, but when I was there weren't drinks on set.
True. We heard you couldn't handle your booze, so we had to back you off a little bit. They said no booze while Todd's
We
here.
had a nice day, though. When you came in, it was a cold, rainy day. And we decided to go for a little pho, a little hot soup that day.
Yep.
That was a fun day.
That was really fun. We need to do that again for sure. That was a great time.
Yeah. Oliver, everybody was hanging out. It was a fun day, man.
Absolutely.
Give me some volume for Todd. Happy Memorial Day. What do you do for Memorial Day weekend up in your neck of Pennsylvania?
Well, I was thinking that we were going to be having some Hershey Bears Eastern Conference Finals games, but they pushed those to next week. So I'm actually going to stay local this weekend and get the outside, the pool all ready for the summer. You know, I just needed a couple days to kind of get my head into the summer mode.
My guess about you is that you're not the biggest summer guy, that you would prefer fall, winter, but that summer is not one of your favorite seasons.
You know what? You're spot on. It's not like I dislike summer, but I'm definitely more of a fall guy. Hockey starting, you know, I'm happy with a little bit of a chill in the air. Summer's not. I'm definitely not a beach guy. I like hanging out at the beach. Like I love to have a cup of coffee in the morning on the boardwalk, that sort of thing. But I'm not going to sit on the beach for hours and bake in that sun. That's not my thing.
That's me. Yeah. I could sit there for 8 hours with a book.
Ugh.
All right. And just sit still, read, sleep, read, drink, read. I mean, just like this. And just get sun.
I'm a dusk and dawn. I like the beach. Otherwise,
well, you can't do. Yeah, you are a.
Look how white I am. Come on, I'm
Andrew.
so pale.
I don't know what's going on here, but we got a weird thing.
I'm so pale, dude.
Yeah. Where did you come from? You look like you walked.
Don't look like a Caputo.
No, you look like you walked out of a crypt. Doesn't he? He's a crypt keeper.
I avoid the sun as much as I can, man.
You do.
Sunblock 75.
You're Nosferatu.
Man, I love a good vampire movie. I feel I have a vampire vibe. It's my spirit animal.
It's vitamin D, man.
No, cuz I'm right with you. You know, my routine at the shore, we go to Ocean City a lot. My routine is to hit positively 4th Street, get a good cup of coffee, walk up to the boardwalk, throw on a podcast, and just chill out.
Yeah. I could sit there hours. I love it. So let's get to it. You have you have a lot of good stuff for us today. And of course, it's beach related content.
Oh, okay. We're going there?
I don't know.
No, didn't you tell me he's got beach movies tonight?
No, I was hoping.
I got beach movies. I could do beach movies.
Oh, all right. I thought you had that prepared. I'm sorry. I must have heard wrong.
Andrew did tell me there was a beach theme. Before we get to that, I just want to throw a few of the new releases out there for you. We could just quickly throw them out. But one I have to point out because it's a guy from my hood here. Shane Gillis, the comedian, is from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. His whole family's here. Family's got businesses here. And he's got a new series on Netflix that just premiered yesterday, I believe, called Tires. And it's a adult comedy set in an automotive store in Valley Forge, Pennsylvania.
Wow, that's awesome. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that should be real. That should be really fun. So that came out today, and shout out to a local guy here. Also, VG, you may be into this. On Paramount, the story of Lollapalooza, 3-part documentary about Lollapalooza. I am an old school, diehard Jane's Addiction guy. That's my band right there.
Yeah.
Right? And Lollapalooza started as what was going to be the final tour of Jane's Addiction. It was their sort of going out tour. And it became, obviously, what is now a legendary festival. But there's a 3-part documentary about it I'm learning all kinds of things I had no idea, battling with other festivals, all kinds of stuff. So that's on Paramount that started now.
Hey, Todd, did we spy a Beastie Boys book behind you? Is that what you're prominently displaying today?
That's good eye there, VG. Absolutely. Also, old school, diehard Beasties guy. Absolutely.
No sleep, baby.
No
I got
sleep.
you.
Yep.
No, that sounds good. That's good stuff. I will tell you, so I think we got one left of Bodkin. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
Do you see what I mean, though? Because I think it lost a little steam towards the end. Good show, but I think it lost a little steam.
I love the whole setting, though. I can't get enough of the setting.
Agree.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
I am 2 episodes into the Jeff Daniels series. I've been watching that at the gym. That's good so far. He's great. The
so
full
good.
man,
How
is
is
it?
that guy? That guy to me is one of those, amazing chameleon actors where when I hear about the role he's going to play, whether it be Newsroom or, even a comedy like Dumb and Dumber, whatever, immediately I'm like, I'm not going to buy this guy in the role. And 2 seconds in, I'm like, I completely buy Jeff Daniels in this role.
Awesome. There was he's great. He's unbelievable. He really is. That Newsroom though, ooh, I hated that.
Really? I loved it.
Ugh,
Yeah, I liked it.
hated it.
Cuz,
Interesting.
were you an Aaron Sorkin guy?
No, I hate him.
Okay. There you go. There you
I
go.
hate him.
I hate Aaron Sorkin.
I hate him. Wow. Hate him. I'm better than him.
Oh man.
Bleep you, Aaron Sorkin.
Oh man.
I'll go toe to toe. I'm just undiscovered. You read my dialogue. My dialogue's better.
Cuz is solid, man. Absolutely. Right up
Bleep
there with the
you, Aaron
greats, buddy.
Sorkin. And everybody who worships him. Oh, Sorkin. It's overwrought nonsense. People don't speak like that.
You didn't like Olivia Munn in Newsroom?
No. Nope. I hated the show. Hated it. It was unrealistic. It was nonsense. I hated it. So,
Well,
anyway.
Sorkin's stuff is always unrealistic. I mean, it's the quick dialogue.
I know. I hate him.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, then you're not going to love Man in Full, probably. But I loved it.
Probably not, but I think it's entertaining.
Me too. And there's just a couple movies out. Then we'll talk beach. But Ferrari is now out for streaming. So Ferrari, see, I got the thumbs up right on the screen there. Adam Driver, that's on Hulu, I think. And Dune Part 2 is finally streaming now on Max. So that's one I know a lot of people love. I know, cuz you don't like that, right?
Here he goes.
I'm out on the Dune.
I just watched it last night. It was pretty good.
You have no taste, so I ignore you.
Yeah.
I go to Todd.
Well, listen,
in the room of taste, it goes Todd, VG / Julia, and then way down Frazier, then JP.
I'm more, listen, I'm a little bit, you know how I get a little deep into film. I'm a huge David Lynch guy, right? So I'm very much into the original Dune, but I can appreciate this new series and why people really like it. It's beautiful. It's great characters. I get it. It's not my cup of tea necessarily, but I get it.
All right, what else you got?
You want to talk some beach
Let's
stuff?
Let's do it.
All right. Andrew told me you were doing a beach theme today, so I started thinking, what are my favorite beach movies? Listen, you got to start with the GOAT, right? The GOAT of all time is Jaws, right? So we could take that right off the table.
Dude, they're greatest ever. You know what's amazing about that film is forget about the shark and everything else. The dialogue is tremendous. Like the scenes are so memorable. And forgive me, the Chris Shaw is the best. He is such an amazing, like that scene, which I guess he ad-libbed, that scene around the table where they're talking about their scars and they start to sing the Spanish lady. Like that was just an amazing performance. One of the great performances ever.
Truly, I cannot believe how, from the time I was a little kid watching that in the theaters, shout out to my parents for scaring the hell out of me at a young age. But from the time from watching it then to even watching it today, the movie completely holds up. It completely holds up. People are always like, well, the shark doesn't look real, whatever. Give me a break on that. At the end of the day, that movie, the characters, the depth of those characters.
It was fantastic. New York City cop, trying to go. And the premise of the plot was brilliant, right? Which is this dude who's got to get out of the city and all the crime. And he's like, I'm on the beach. I got nothing to worry about, small town. And then the shark, it's brilliant. It's great stuff.
I saw a great tweet the other day because, everyone talks about Jaws when the summer hits. And I saw a great tweet the other day where someone said, I just noticed that the mayor in Jaws is also the mayor in Jaws 2. So you know what? That's a reason why everybody needs to get out and vote for the people you want in office. How is that guy reelected after what happens in the first Jaws?
And he was in the pocket of the real estate guys. Remember, they were doing the hotel, and he's in the pocket. You know that guy's corrupt as all get out. That mayor, stone corrupt.
Again, that's why the movie is so great. It's not just about the sharks attacking people. It's way deeper than that.
Yeah.
I actually thought you were going with the GOAT. You were going to say Summer Rental. John Candy.
Summer Rental. That's a good one. I didn't even think of that one. You know what I thought of, VG, in that same vein? I was thinking about, sort of comedies set around beach and beach this and that. You know what came to me right away was Weekend at Bernie's.
Classic. Yeah. Classic. Great
But I
one.
was also thinking about The Beach. Did you guys see the movie The Beach that Danny Boyle did, Train Spotting? And he did a movie called The Beach with Leonardo DiCaprio and Tilda Swinton.
Yes.
Yes, that was really cool. It's about this kind of a cult, a cult that's formed around this beach in Thailand. And I mean, it was an amazing film that Danny Boyle did. That I think it was out around 2000, maybe.
My cousin's favorite, right? He's unbelievable. Yeah.
Great one. Then you got Castaway. You got Endless Summer. Maybe one of the greatest beach movies of all time, 1966 or so. You guys don't know that?
No. Endless Summer, I thought that was the Red Sox movie.
The Endless Summer
Fever
is
Pitch?
No, there's something about baseball with the summer.
No, The Endless Summer is an absolute classic from the 60s about these two surfers it's a documentary, and they go across the world to find the perfect wave. It's quoted, it's cited in tons of books, it's referenced in tons of films, and it's constantly thought of as the premier.
I never saw it. I never saw it.
Yeah.
Now that you say it,
I'll check it out. I thought it was gonna be like a romance movie or something.
Yeah. What about, speaking of the surfers, the great Keanu Reeves?
On my list.
Is it? Point Break, baby. Johnny Utah.
The original only, right? The remake, whatever. But Patrick Swayze, Keanu Reeves, great movie.
Here's the only thing about let's dive into it a little bit, into a little Point Break action. So Johnny Utah played at Ohio State, right? Now here's where this plot goes awry. Is that Swayze, who's the surfer, right, bank robber, knows who Johnny Utah is. Like he's watching college football on Saturday afternoons, listening to
Keith Jackson.
Keith Jackson, thank you. There's no way in the world. He should know who Johnny Utah is. He's not a college football guy. And all the bros, the surfer bros and football do not go.
Surfer guys don't like football?
No.
Didn't know
the
this.
surfer bros, they're not good at it. Like when they make that scene where they bring all the Jeeps and they put the lights on and all of a sudden it's like Monday Night Football on the beach and they got all those dudes, surfer dudes, making one-hand catches like, freaking A.J. Brown. Right, get the hell out of here. Give me a break. Flock of seagulls is making that catch? No way.
Of all the things in that movie that you find unbelievable, that is the part. That's amazing.
Yes.
That is amazing.
Yes.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I've never heard this hot take before about that film.
I know it's unique. Give me two. Johnny, two. Now, you can't believe that Nick Nolte would have two meatball sandwiches?
Yeah, sure. I believe that.
Yeah,
he looks like a four bagger.
He goes with a two.
Yeah.
Johnny,
two meatball sandwiches for him, 2 slices for John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever.
Yes. The 2 slices is, that's a real thing. Nobody goes and gets 3. That's gluttonous, right? You don't get just 1 because you need more than just 1. You got to go with the 2 slice.
Yeah, but it's the
agree with
way
that.
that
Sure.
Travolta ate them at the beginning that really made you
Well,
stacked them.
Yes. It actually was. It was real. It was good. It was cool. I love Point Break though.
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
Yeah.
Point
what else
Break.
you got?
What other beach films? Did you guys like M. Night's film Old? That all takes place on a beach.
Nah.
No, really?
Nah.
I thought it was pretty well done.
Did you? I'll be honest with you.
Do
It
you
disappoints me.
like Sorkin more or less than M. Night?
M. Night over greater than Sorkin.
Okay.
In my world. He's got a new one out. M. Night. Did you see the trailer?
He's got a new one, but his daughter has a new one out.
Really?
His daughter has a new film out that looks actually pretty good. It's called The Watchers.
Okay, that's what I saw. Oh, that was his. That's his daughter's film. That's not his.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He directed it.
Oh wow. Okay. And what's that? The premise?
It's like a horror thriller. Like they're trapped in some world or something. They're trying to keep it all under wraps because I'm sure there's going to be all kinds of twists and turns. But it's getting a little bit of hype right now.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for that. But did you guys see the new Beetlejuice trailer?
No, I haven't seen that.
Heard about it.
I-
I haven't seen the
uh,
trailer yet.
He's not in on Beetlejuice?
Nah, but
I mean,
come on, cuz.
I mean, listen. I'm not anti Beetlejuice, but I'm not getting like geeked up over it. Like you got a pap. You're like, you see the new Beetlejuice? Like it was a new Pulp Fiction, like part 2, whatever. Like, oh wow, really?
They got Jenna Ortega in part
Beetlejuice?
2 now, right, Todd?
Yeah, JP, they do. Like I
Jenna
usually
Ortega,
don't get excited
she's
for this
good.
kind of stuff, but I love the fact that it's Keaton, it's Winona Ryder, it's the
It's
you know
the old cast.
The original
originals
cast.
are back.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Keaton's great. He's 100.
Keaton
You can't
is-
not
Batman,
like
baby.
Keaton.
I agree. Keaton is tremendous talent. I agree.
Catherine O'Hara. I mean, this looks like they did it right. I think they're going to be able to pull this one off.
The only thing that I don't like is you just keep redoing the same stuff.
Yeah. I
mean-
was just texting back and forth. You guys, when we went out for some soup, you met my buddy Neville from Drexel, and Neville and I were texting the other day about the fact that there's completely lost creativity in the film world. What they're doing right now, I heard they're
By the way.
doing a live read of Wayne's World, but with an all-female diverse cast now. Like what I don't understand why you need to revisit this kind of stuff.
Well, it's the same thing. They flip the script. Like it's just like, all right, we're gonna pick a movie from the 80s because it was a male-dominated decade, and then we'll do the twist and make it all female. Right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it's the same story.
I'd rather.
Listen, I want to see a different story. There's so much out there. There's so many interesting worlds to discover. Stop with the same nonsense over and over. Same story. Give me a new story.
I agree with that. I agree. That's what we need. That's what we need back in the business for sure.
Anyway, Todd.
What's up with the Nito Burrito, Todd? Is that a local place?
Absolutely the best burrito out there. Local chain here, started by my buddy Shane and Grace, husband and wife. They have about 6-7 locations. The best burrito you will ever have. VG, you come out here, I will hook you up. You'll get a little Trogs. We'll go to Trogs first. You'll get your burrito. All set.
Burritos.
Dude,
I'm
that's a great trip.
in. Yeah, let's go.
We'll do it in the
B.
fall. Dude, I'm in on that.
I would love to have you guys up. You'll come up. We'll hit Trogs. We'll grab some burritos. We'll go to a Hershey Bears game. You guys will love it.
We need a location to do the show. We'll do the show up there.
That would be great. I'll set you up for that. That'd be a lot of fun.
People in the chat saying it's a great burrito place.
I'm in. What's
It's
your
the
go-to
best.
burrito?
It's the best. I like a burrito called chicken and Thai. It's basically Thai chicken inside the burrito. Little brown rice, even a little barbecue sauce thrown in there.
Nice.
It's the best.
Sounds good. I'm in. I like a burrito. Give me something hot.
Yeah,
Beef
man.
in the hot.
I saw
Hot
how
meat.
you.
Hot meat.
I saw how you layer on the hot sauce, buddy.
Yeah, I love the pho, right? And so we go to that place. What are you shaking your head
You
at?
the chili oil?
He
Cuz?
gets pho, which is a chicken, clear
Yes.
broth.
Yes, it's clear.
It looks like tomato soup after he puts hot sauce and sriracha in it. There's so much of it.
Yeah, it turns red. The redder, but Bourdain did that too. Bourdain, the redder it is, the better it is. And I used the 3 different kinds of heat.
Yeah, yes.
The chili oil, right? The sriracha, and then it's like an Asian hot kind of sauce. So the 3 of it together with this.
It's impressive to see.
Yeah.
My stomach would melt.
Oh, it's the grind. I love it. I get it.
R.I.P. to his bathroom, man.
It's fantastic. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. Great hanging with you, man.
You too, guys. Great to see you. Enjoy the holiday weekend.
Thanks, Todd.
Memorial Day weekend. Todd. TV Todd. All right, boys. That's going to do it for the program.
It's like 6 hours long today.
I know. A lot of fun.
man.
Good week.
Good week. Good stuff. Listen, everybody. Colorado Rockies. Have a great weekend. I got somewhere to be next week. I'm not going to be in next week. So VG, JP, bro, we'll have you. Maybe a surprise guest as well. So everybody have a great Memorial Day weekend. We love you. And the guys, we'll see you all next week. Thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging. Love you guys.
We all silly like the mayor.